Offensively, we got to take care of the ball a lot better so we don't have as many turnovers. Hats off to the defense again. They did a fantastic job, stuffing their guys and holding them so we could get the ball back and finally get our game plan on offense of doing what we do and just, moving the ball when we protect it. We did a fantastic job there moving the ball offensively and holding them defensively. So all around, it was a pretty good job.
Offensively, great numbers there. Just about got catching up to 100 yards. And again, was it 21-31, I believe, Colton was passing the ball. But we go back to that old line, second time in 3 games, no sacks.
Yep, kudos to them guys. They're doing a fantastic job, and our running backs, too, for that fact. They're coming out, helping them with that pass pro stuff, and they're doing a great job. We preach that all week, and we do a fantastic job during practice. So we just got to continue to, keep those guys off our quarterback and give them those throwing lanes so we can make those plays and get it out to our skilled guys.
And defensively, as you mentioned, Brookings basically had that one drive right in the first half where we ended up with the pick 6 at the end of the half. But other than that, boys, our defense pretty much dictated the whole thing. And there was a couple times off the turnovers, Brookings had good field position.
Yep, we gave them field position on those turnovers, but our defense did a fantastic job, with Kobe Hofer and Holden Hagg in the middle there and keeping them a little more fresh for defense last week. I think it benefited us a lot just because they do a heck of a job on filling stuff and being in the center of our defense there. So we just got to continue to work and find those guys time and get them space and just continue to stay tough on defense like we did against Brookings.
Now Sturgis comes in for homecoming tonight. Looks to me they had some pretty big losses off of last year's team. They had a pretty big senior group, a lot of experienced guys, but yet here they come in 2-1. So, I think they throw a little different look than what they maybe showed last year.
Yeah, they spread the ball kind of like we do a little bit, but they like to run. Their quarterback's a good runner, so he'll give us fits. So we just got to try to find a way to contain him. Even on their pass plays, he's not afraid to step up and find a lane. So we just got to be able to, kind of hone in on their quarterback and, just continue to do what we do. Our defense likes playing a spread team just because it kind of opens up our defensive playbook for them instead of sitting down in the box the whole time. So I think our guys on defense are excited and, give them a little more opportunity, a little more space to run around this week.
And, of course, the golden question, your favorite week of the season, a homecoming week. I know when we talked earlier this week, you said you felt the kids have kept their focus pretty well, but, boy, you really got to be going here come kickoff time.
Yep, these kids really got to learn to focus in and forget about all that noise and the extra stuff for right now, and we just got to be ready to play our game because, our kids got one goal, and you hear about it all the time, especially at homecoming, about ringing that bell. So, I've told them each day this week, if they want to ring that bell, they got to forget about all that stuff and lose the noise and block it out and just focus on our jobs at hand and worry about the next play.
Finally, Sturgis, and I said this about Brookings last week, Sturgis looks a lot like us, really, when you look at roster, look at personnel and everything. We certainly had a wild game on their homecoming last year where we stole one from them, and they're probably thinking about that a bit.
Yep, I'm sure they're coming in looking for revenge just like what we did last season, so we can't forget about what happened last year on that crazy ending, and we got to find a way, hopefully, to not have an ending like that. But, it's football, and it's exciting, and, that was a good win for our guys last season, and hoping we can just continue that. And, since we got one win under our belt, I'm hoping that we can just take this and start a winning streak here this week and just go after it and go get what we want and go take it.
Drew Strand, head coach here on Tiger Football. Homecoming football coming up. We have lineups and more, and opening kickoff is around the corner on Dakota Sports. Tiger 95.
Your doctor says surgery. Who's got the time? There's packing, driving, parking fees, feeding your spouse. Oh, don't forget the dog. The procedure, recovery, the drive again, and getting back to normal. And what about rehab? Will insurance cover it? Don't leave home. Talk to your doctor about scheduling surgery close to home at HRMC or learn more online at HuronRegional.org. Huron Regional Medical Center. The right care is right here.
The Huron Tiger scoreboard update is brought to you by Kurt's Heating and Cooling in Huron.
When is the right home truly the right home? This is Reg Kleinsasser with the Real Estate Connection. First, can you afford it? Beyond the purchase price, you need to consider utility costs, maintenance costs, and property taxes. All of these factors add to the actual cost of a new home. Does the home meet your needs? Buying a large house when your kids are heading off to college in a few years or paying for a view of the lake when you are hardly home probably doesn't make sense. At the Real Estate Connection, we are dedicated to helping you find a home that meets your needs without breaking your budget. We're ready to help you find the right home today. Give us a call, 352-1300, or visit our website, realestatehuron.com.
South Dakotans, due to the recent flood, hail, and windstorms, many of you have damage and are in need of making repairs. When it comes to making the decision of who to hire to complete the repairs, you should always check with the Department of Revenue to ensure they're licensed to do business in South Dakota. And you should check with Consumer Protection to see if any complaints have been filed against the company. And finally, never sign anything until you read all the details. Rule of thumb, when someone knocks on your door to sell you a product or service, they need to provide you with a 3-day right to cancel. Go to consumersd.gov and look under transient vendors or call 800-300-1986.
We're minutes away from play-by-play. Let's meet the Huron Tigers.
My name is Peyton Bischoff. I am number 14 for the Huron Tigers, and I play wide receiver.
Gaston Caudell, number 15, running back, outside linebacker.
Ethan Bush, number 21, wide receiver and safety. Gavin Moding, number 23, wide receiver and defensive back.
CJ Gainey, number 18, wide receiver, defensive back. Tyson Fitzer, number 24, wide receiver, linebacker.
Holden Haig, number 32, middle linebacker, tight end.
Ethan Olson, 42, safety, running back.
OK2, number 51, offensive line, defensive end. William Davis, 54, PN and left tackle.
Jake Shear, 60, O-line, D-line.
Locke Batu, 65, offensive and defensive lineman.
Connor Johnson, 75, right guard, DN.
D. Jackson Renos, number 78, O-line, D-line.
Brian Ramirez, a.k.a. Chumley, number 79, offensive guard and nose tackle. Nick Kleinslasser, number 89, and kicker.
Here's two-time South Dakota Sportscaster of the Year and the voice of the Huron Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
And again, good evening. We're back at Tigers Stadium. Get set for homecoming football. Sturgis Scoopers, Huron Tigers. Here's the starters on offense for Sturgis. Chris Koletsky, their head coach. The quarterback is Aiden Hederman. He is a senior. Our running back is Owen Udiger. He is a senior. 3 wide receivers, Tegan Wormstad, a junior. Byron Holt, a senior, and Jaden Blair, a junior. Tight end is Dalen DeShock. He is a junior. The lineman for the Scoopers, and of course I lost that sheet of paper. There it is. Center is Caleb Weisar. He is a senior. The guards, Aiden Werlinger, a senior, and Gunnar Sarkella, a junior. Sarkella, I hope I get that right. And tackles, Connor Schmidt, a junior, and Zach Jules, a senior. For the Huron Tigers, Drew Strand, their head coach. Here's how they'll start on offense. The line tackles are Liam Davis, a senior, Hunter Fensky, a sophomore. Guards, seniors Brian Ramirez, Connor Johnson. Center is senior The Jackson Reno. Wide receiver, CJ Gainey, senior. Logan Leyendecker, junior. Gavin Moding, a senior. Tight end, senior Holden Haig. Running back is senior Cashin Caudell. And the quarterback is junior Colton McNeil. Those are the starting lineups for both teams here. Again, gorgeous night for high school football. There's a little breeze going left to right on the radio dial tonight. That's north to south. I don't know if that'll have much of an impact, and I would also think that will most likely see that breeze die off once the sun goes down. Right now, the Sturgis stands there looking directly into the daylight. And, of course, we have a huge crowd here. We always do, but huge crowd here again for homecoming. Good to see it. And you can hear the Huron High School band playing in the background as well. As, well, just a lot of fun here. It's always fun for homecoming and getting set for this homecoming football game. Looks like we're about ready for the national anthem. We'll take a timeout of 2 minutes, then return here to Tiger Stadium. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports, Tiger 95.
Hi, I am Tyson Lean. As a college wrestler, I push my body to the limit every day. But after a few injuries, I started to feel like I wasn't performing at my best. That's when I turned to Carr Chiropractic and their team of experts. Through a combination of adjustments, rehab, and natural supplements, I was able to recover faster, reduce my pain, and improve my overall performance on the mat. Whether you're an athlete or just looking to improve your health, I highly recommend giving Carr Chiropractic a try.
Ghost Energy is the fully transparent, fully loaded, feel-good energy drink you've been waiting for. No sugar, no artificial colors, epic focus, complete performance. Pick up a can of Ghost Energy distributed by Elwine Brothers at Fair City Foods, Carlson's, Super X, Southside, Freedom, DJ's Travel Center, Lewis Drug, Thunderbird, and Quinter Pantries in Huron. Elwine Brothers wishes the Huron Tigers best of luck. Go Tigers! The school year places a heavy demand on your child's eyes and vision. Make sure your child has an annual back-to-school comprehensive eye exam. A child's physical development, academic, and athletic performance are all largely dependent on their vision. As children grow older, their eyes grow too. 80% of everything a child learns is through their visual pathways, so unnoticed visual problems can impact a child's capacity to learn. Don't put off your child's eye exam. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Kyle Porish today. The Nordby Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Nordby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. Group fitness classes are led by the Nordby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Nordby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
And good evening. We're back at Tiger Stadium, ready for the flip. They had a flyover during the national anthem. I don't remember that ever happening before. That was a nice touch to the homecoming festivities. As I said, just a huge crowd here tonight on the west stands for this homecoming game. Officials for our game are backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division. Calling our game today, referee is Scott Andall. Head linesman Pat Dockendorf. Line judge is John Kohler. Umpire Greg Clute. And the back judge Nicholas Schultz. They are the law on the field, and they're backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division. Huron all in black. They did this last year on homecoming. This might be the homecoming tradition here moving forward. I think the only time they plan to wear all black uniforms, usually at home, they wear the orange tops with the black pants. So all in black. I think there's a number or two that might be changed because of that, but I think we got all that information tracked down. So getting everybody lined up here. Looks like Sturgis has won the toss, and they deferred. So Huron will get the ball to start off the game. And Sturgis will kick with the wind. Again, there is a little bit of a breeze. It's not a huge one, but Huron will get the ball first here to start off this homecoming football game. So Huron all in black with white numbers and some orange piping, some white trim. And Sturgis all in white with big black numbers and some black lettering. And again, I commend the Sturgis uniforms. Don't mess around. Make it so everybody can see the numbers. And it's black numbers on a white jersey. You can't get more of a contrast than that. And again, I like it when schools and the uniform companies themselves see, yeah, this is the way we should do it. Back deep to receive for the Huron Tigers, Ethan Bush and also Thackeray Hansen. Thackeray, one of the number switches for tonight. Instead of wearing his number 9, he's wearing number 16. And they are set to receive the kick off to my right. Kicking off for Sturgis will be their sophomore running back, Sully Jost. So he will have a little bit of a breeze behind him, and starting a little bit before 7 o'clock, our homecoming football game ready to go here from Tiger Stadium. I'm Jeff Duffy. We're going solo tonight. Corky not able to make it. Going to be a squib kick and goes right into the front man. That was Riley Winiger. It bounced off him, and Riley popped on top of it. I don't know if that was actually supposed to be an onside kick. I think it was supposed to be more of a squib, but boy, that was close. Riley Winiger, the sophomore, though, it kind of bounced off him, and he alertly got right back on top of it. And because of that, Huron's got great field position to open the game at their own 48-yard line. Again, it looked more like a squib than an onside kick, but it basically turned out to be that, with Huron recovering, and they'll be 1st and 10 for Colton McNeil and the Tiger offense. Motion comes Moding. And inside handoff, Caudell, and boy, not much. He gets maybe a yard, maybe 2 on the play as he ran into one of those big linemen in the middle for Sturgis. Aaron Moravitz on the stop for the Scoopers, and it'll be 2nd and 9 for Huron. Boy, looked like had some momentum there. Had some momentum to catch, and all of a sudden, boy, that just closed up in a hurry. 2nd down and 9 from the 49 for Huron. And again, handoff, sweeping wide right is Caudell. He'll get a forward to about the 45, and that'll set up a 3rd and 4 for Huron. The tackle made by Dalen DeShock. And he'll make a 3rd and about 4 for Huron. Third and 4 from the 45-yard line. And so a big play here early on. Huron in Sturgis territory. They go slot left, one receiver right. Shotgun, McNeil to pass. Straight drop, will throw far side, and Moding there makes the catch. Inside the 40, it'll be a 1st down for the Huron Tigers. So just a simple out. Moding had quite a bit of separation there, and Huron with the 1st down all the way up to the 36-yard line. A gain of 9, and Huron with their first down of the game. So from the 36-yard line of Sturgis, Huron trying to piece together an opening drive. Again, the squib kick gave Huron good field position. Slot left, one receiver right, wing right. And the handoff, no, McNeil going to keep it, trying to turn the corner, and he's caught back for a 6-7-yard loss, as that did not fool the big lineman, Aiden Werlinger. Just cut through, and McNeil pulled it out, and there was no place to go. A big loss on the play all the way back to the 42, loss of 6. It'll be 2nd and 16 for Huron from the 42-yard line. I know they're trying to get Colton McNeil to run the ball a little bit more, pull it out from Caudell, and that's what happened there, but Werlinger was right on top of it. 2nd and long from the 42-yard line, shotgun formation for McNeil. He looks right, short drop, and it's caught by Leyendecker at the 35. Got the loss yardage back, and it's going to be 3rd and 10 for Huron after the gain of 6. Just a quick short out. And 3rd and 10 for Huron from the 36-yard line. I could envision this being 2-down territory if they don't get there on 3rd down. We played about 2.5 minutes here of the first quarter, opening drive of the game for the Huron Tigers. 2 receivers go right, 1 left, and Bubba Peterson's in a wing to the left. And shotgun again for Colton McNeil. McNeil, handoff up the middle. Caudell trying to turn the corner as a block, cuts back against the grain, and he'll get about 5 yards, maybe 6, and it's going to be 4th and about 4 as the tackle by Werlinger from behind. And Huron will go for it. No surprise there. It's 4th and 4 at the Sturgis 30-yard line. As Caudell gets 6 yards on the play. So 4th and 4 from the 30-yard line for the Huron Tigers. Big early play here for both teams. Huron would like to keep the drive going. Trips right on 4th down, but they're going to go left, stop route, and Gainey makes the catch. And he's got the 1st down. Just a quick stop route. Make sure he got the 1st down. And Huron has their second 1st down as Gainey just went to a knee and caught it at the 23, gain of 7. 1st and 10 for Huron at the Sturgis 23-yard line. It is 3 minutes after 7 o'clock. KIJV, AM, FM, Huron. Trips to the right, 1 receiver left. Shotgun for McNeil. McNeil again looking to throw over the middle, and was that intercepted? Nope, incomplete. It was behind the intended receiver, Bush. Sure is a miscommunication or exactly what was going on there, but a break for Huron. That's all it was an incomplete. First incompletion of the game for Huron. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 23-yard line. Stops the clock with 8:10 to go in the first quarter. No score in the opening possession of the game. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Shotgun for McNeil. Wing to the right. Motion comes Moding. They'll flip it to him. He wants to turn the corner. Got a nice block from Caudell. Slips. He's got the sideline to the 15. Cuts back in. 10. Hops over a guy. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be first and goal for Huron. Caudell was leading the way, and a good job of Moding just letting Cashton make his block until he got to where he needed to go. The carry goes to the 7, gain of 16 for Moding. It'll be first and goal for Huron from the Sturgis 7-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Wing left, shotgun for McNeil. McNeil, handoff Caudell. Cuts up the left hash. He's got some room inside the 5. Touchdown! Caudell, a 7-yard touchdown run, and Huron in just over 4 minutes goes down the field and scores. Huron with the lead, 6-0, 7:54 to go in the first quarter. So 4 minutes, 6 seconds, and again, good field position for Huron as the squib kick. Again, I just don't think that was actually a onside kick, but it kind of worked out that way for Huron. Kleinsasser on to kick the extra point. Snap is there. The kick is up and just alley-oops over the bar. 7-0 Huron. 7:54 to go first quarter. Timeout 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
Lounge is hiring cooks, bartenders, servers, hostesses, and dishwashers. It's a great opportunity. You could work full-time, part-time, make extra money, and big tips. Apply in person at Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge or online at hangarrestaurantandlounge.com. Join the team at Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge. Apply in person or at hangarrestaurantandlounge.com.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV are your home for Huron Tiger sports.
Huron opening drive, 52 yards. They score on a 7-yard run by Cashton Caudell, and 7-0 Huron leading. Now they'll kick off to Sturgis. Sturgis has 3 guys back deep to receive on the kick, and Kleinsasser will be going into the wind. And again, the kick coverage, kickoff team has had a few struggles this year for the Huron Tigers. Kleinsasser will boot it, line drive kick, and will go over Joe's head into the end zone. Touchback. That's a way to prevent a kickoff return. Kick it into the end zone. Touchback. It'll be first and 10 for Sturgis at their own 20-yard line. Almost forgot I have to do tackles because Corky's not here. So we'll work our way through that. First and 10 for the Sturgis Scoopers. Again, their quarterback is Aiden Hederman. Running back is Owen Udigger. Hederman, a very good athlete. He is a state champion hurdler. They go shotgun, a back on each side on first and 10. And they'll hand it off left. Udigger, he's got a little steam going past the 25. He'll get a first down all the way up to the 31-yard line. Just ran a sweep to the left. And, boy, he runs hard. He runs low. Tackle made by C.J. Gainey. And a quick first down on an 11-yard gain for Sturgis. Udigger with 11 yards. First and 10 now from the 31-yard line. Again, shotgun formation. Now a little crisscross there. Yost up the middle, and that doesn't fool Huron. At best, he got back to the line of scrimmage. There's 3 or 4 black jerseys there. Colby Hofer is on the bottom of that pile. Connor Johnson got a hand in it as well. And gain of 1 on the play for Jost. It'll be second and 9, Sturgis from their own 32-yard line. 5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Huron scored first on the opening drive, 7-0. Sturgis again goes shotgun with a back on each side of Hederman and 2 receivers left, 1 right. And Hederman to pass will swing it out to the flat, and Udigger going to be caught by Gainey. That'll be a loss on the play. Good open field tackle by C.J. Gainey. Gainey with a couple of tackles here to open things up. Loss on the play. And that's going to set up 3rd and 11. Loss of 2 on the play. 3rd and 11 for Sturgis from the 30-yard line. They go trips left and the shotgun for Hederman on 3rd and long. Huron showing blitz. Here it comes. Hederman will throw over the middle and in and out of the hands. It was bobbled by Blair. Looks like that's one Jaden should have had. There was a little traffic there on that pass play, but still a break for Huron as Blair had it in the hands and could not hang on. 4th down. Sturgis will bring the punt unit in. Moding and Bush are back deep to receive for the Huron Tigers. I believe as Hederman is the punter, so you always got to be aware of that. Not necessarily now, but not a very good snap. But, boy, everybody just peeled back. Nobody came after the punt. And Moding lets it bounce and is going to take a big Sturgis roll inside the 15 and all the way down to the 10. That is a, let's see, 40, 50. That is a 60-yard punt for Hederman. And he flips the field for sure. It'll be Huron ball 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line. That's when I think Gavin Moding's got to come up and field. And again, nobody rushed on the Huron line. It almost looked like Hederman could just went straight up the field and maybe get the first down because everybody had their backs turned. 7-0 Huron. But now they start at their own 10-yard line, 1st and 10 with 6:08 to go in the first quarter. 2 receivers left and a wing to the left on 1st and 10. McNeil, ball fake, will get the bubble going to Gainey, cuts back into the middle of the field, gets around one tackler, leans forward to the 15-yard line. Gainey will get about 6 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4, or 2nd and 5, we'll call it for Huron. That's right, we started at the 10, not the 9. 2nd down and 5 for Huron from the 15-yard line. We're inside of 6 minutes to go, first quarter. Huron up 7-0 and have the ball for the second time. Second and 5 from the 15. Leyendecker wide right. Gainey and Moding to the left. Moding in the slot. He'll come in motion. And back up the middle is Caudell. He's plows forward and looks like he'll be a yard or two short. They had the jet sweep action going with Moding and then just slipped it around to a Caudell and cashing up to the 19. That's going to set up 3rd and 1, gain of 4 for Caudell. So big play here for the Sturgis defense. Would like to get Huron's punt unit on the field, but 3rd and 1 and Thackeray Hansen in the backfield for Huron on this 3rd down play, and he'll take the handoff up the middle. He'll squirt forward, 1st down, keeps the legs churning all the way up to the 25 to the 26. Contact came about at the 21-22, and Thackeray got an extra 4 or 5 yards. 7-yard gain, and Huron with the 1st down. 4 first downs in the first quarter for the Huron Tigers. Thackeray, a speed guy, but he showed power. He kept those legs moving. And he took some tacklers with him. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line for the Huron Tigers. In slot left, one receiver right, shotgun. And again, Hansen wants to go wide right, turn the corner, but well played by the defensive back, Gavin Sundstrom. I believe he's their free safety. He read it, and he drops Hansen for a loss of at least 2 on the play. Maybe 3. It's going to be 2nd and long for Huron as Caudell comes back into the backfield. Let's see where they spot the ball, and they're actually back at the 23, so that's a loss of 3 on the play. Well, right now, going wide, it looks like Sturgis pretty much has that covered on the run game. 2nd and 13 for Huron, back at the 23-yard line. Slot left, one receiver right, shotgun for McNeil. Colton the pass, will throw over the middle, pass complete. Bubba Peterson took a big hit at the 34-yard line, but hung on. He took a lick from Gavin Sundstrom. That'll set up a 3rd and short for Huron. Again, Bubba, give him credit. He held on to that. Gain of 11 on the play. That'll set up 3rd and 2 for Huron from their own 34-yard line. 3:12 to go, first quarter. Huron up 7-0. Second possession for Huron. And inside handoff, Caudell. 1st down and more. Bounces off, turns the corner, 40. And up to the 44-yard line. Gain of 10 on the play. Tackle made by Hederman along with Blair. And Huron getting the run game going a little better here than what they've had the past couple of weeks. Gain of 10 on the play for Cowdell, and Huron now with 5 first downs here in the first quarter. We're inside of 3 minutes to go, first quarter. Huron's dominated time of possession. Sturgis did get a first down on their first possession, but it was on their first down play, and then after that, Huron's defense held. Back to pass. McNeil, he'll come the corner. He's got some room. Flag on the play, and McNeil will just go out of bounds. This is going to come back. I'm sure it's a hold against the Huron Tigers. It was as McNeil was starting to come out of the pocket to his left. So that'll be the first penalty marker of the game. Will go against the Huron Tigers. 10-yard penalty will set up first and 20 for Huron back at the 34-yard line. Again, this is where the new rule comes into play. In the past, they would have walked it off from the spot of the foul, which is the 38, but instead they go to the line of scrimmage. So instead of the ball being spotted at the 28, it's being spotted at the 34 gain of, or that's a difference of 6 yards. And again, it's a rule that just totally makes sense. So first and 20 for Huron at their own 34-yard line. As McNeil, he comes to the sideline every play to talk to Coach Strand. First and 20 from the 34-yard line. Shotgun formation and fake it to Moding, looking deep. There's some pressure, and McNeil just got to get rid of it. He'll heave it to the sideline. Threw it away as he was being, had pressure going at the hands of Noah Schaefer's. Incomplete, and that's going to set up second and 20 from the 34-yard line. Second and 20 from the 34-yard line. Just got a note. Royce Lewis has hit another grand slam. What's that, 4 now for the rookie this year and like 4 in the last month. Twins lead over the White Sox. Second and 20 from the 34-yard line. Slot right, one receiver left. McNeil to pass, trying to set up that screen up the middle to get it to Haig, but it's snuffed out nicely by Sturgis. It'll be a gain of about 5 yards on the play. Over there immediately was Calvin Kettleson, the linebacker for Sturgis. He read that well and kept it to a minimal gain. Gain of 5 yards on the play and set up third and 15 for Huron from their own 39-yard line. We're down to a minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. Huron 7, Sturgis 0. Sturgis has a lineman running off quickly. Huron goes trips right, one receiver left. On third and long, McNeil straight drop. He'll throw over the middle, pass complete, but it'll be short of the first down, just a very short gain. It was a crossing pattern by Bush, and he'll get maybe 3 or 4 on the play, as in on the stop, Jake Krogh, among others, for Sturgis, and Huron will have to bring the punt unit in. It'll be 4th and 9, so a gain of 6 on the play. That looked like that was a pass that Sturgis was going to give Huron. And Colby Hofer will be back to punt. And back to receive is Sully Jost for Sturgis. Low snap, scooped up, no rush anyway. Nice high kick. Jost will field it at the 23-yard line. Drop the ball, picks it back up, and he's still running. It's that far sideline. He's got some room to go. Finally knocked out of bounds at about the 40. He bobbled it, picked it up. Flag comes in at the end of the play. I believe the tackle for the Huron Tigers was Hayden Sherson. A flag came in after the play was pretty much over. And reaction from the Huron side of the field makes them think it's on the Huron Tigers. It'll be Sturgis ball. Late hit on Huron. I didn't catch who the number was, if it was Sherson or not. I think he had the tackle, so they'll tack on 15, and Sturgis is going to start this drive on the Huron side of the field. 1st and 10. So 15-yard penalty will take it up to this Huron 45. So it ends up being a pretty nice return, and that came when It was bobbled to begin. And Sturgis, a nice opportunity here. They'll have it at the Huron 45, 1st and 10. Again, 26 seconds to go, first quarter. Two receivers right, one left. Now there's a shift. Tight end goes right to left. That's DeShock. They're in the shotgun. And inside handoff, Jost. He'll turn the corner. He's got some room past the 40. He'll get about 8 yards on the play, and that will probably end the first quarter, as Haig was over there defensively for Huron to make the stop. Going to be gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2 for Sturgis. From the 37-yard line, they'll let the clock run out. Into the first quarter, Huron 7, Sturgis 0. Sturgis, though, in Huron territory, will take a timeout. 1 minute. 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Hartman here at Hartman Physical Therapy. I'd like to welcome you to visit our clinic at 2297 Kansas Avenue Southeast in Huron. We provide the care you need for orthopedics, sports injuries, spinal issues, arthritic conditions, and work-related injuries. Our licensed staff will assess the problem, provide the rehab, and get you on the road to recovery. Wishing all area athletes a healthy and successful season. Hartman Physical Therapy, restoring health through thoughtful patient care.
Stop in for a free insurance review with Lane Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Lane Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized apparel such as t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets? PB Sports, of course. How about signs, logos, and vinyl graphics at top? PB Sports, of course, proud sponsor of the Tigers, PB Sports, downtown Huron.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
2nd and 2 for Sturgis, and Jost gets caught in the backfield, keeps the legs driving, and finally they whistle it dead. Jost shows some power there. He got caught a couple yards behind the line, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. As in on the stop, Bubba Peterson. Got some help as well from Mason Juergens. Boy, he showed some strength there and actually got up. Again, it should have been a 2 or 3 yard loss, but Huron had to gang tackle him. So 3rd and 2 for Sturgis from the Huron 37-yard line. Again, they shift the tight end. 2 receivers right, 1 left. I would expect a run here because they've run the ball well. And it is Joe Slip, but he still goes up the middle. He has the first down to the 31-yard line. Tackle on the bottom made by Holden Haig. Again, he slipped as he was coming out of his stance, but still able to get the ball down to the 31-yard line, gain of 6. That'll be the second first down of the game for Sturgis. We're early second quarter, Huron leading 7-0. Sturgis, though, is driving. They have trips right, 1 receiver left. On 1st and 10. Hederman will throw short. Pass is complete up the middle to Shock. Past the 25 down to the 24. Cash and Caudell on the stop for Huron, but they'll get a nice chunk of yardage there. About gain of 7 yards on the play. And 2nd down and 3 from the 24-yard line. Sturgis driving here. The penalty on the punt helps set things up for the Scoopers. Hederman on 2nd and short will ride it. He'll hand it off. Joe's coming around. He's got the first down and more. Oh, did he get hit by Caudell at the 18? Still a first down, but that was a collision between Caudell and Jost. But it is a first down for Sturgis to the 18-yard line. Gain of 5, and Sturgis, well, they like to run the ball, and, well, they're doing it effectively right now. 1st and 10 for Sturgis from the Huron 18-yard line as they're driving on the Tigers. Trips right. Jost remains the back here by Hederman. And Jost goes left and head down. He'll get a couple of yards. Nice tackle there by Colby Hofer. Gain of a couple on the play. They get it to the 16. It'll be 2nd and 8 for Sturgis from the 16-yard line of Huron. 9.5 minutes to go in the first half. Been a very quick first half so far. trips right, shotgun for Hederman, trying to draw Huron off. There's no flag, and now finally they do throw the flag. Kind of interesting. They looked and they thought somebody was offside, and they looked around, and all of a sudden the flag comes out late. Boy, if you don't throw it right away, you think you need to throw it right away. Put it that way. Well, the officials are having a conference. They haven't made any call here as of yet. The official on the far side of the field threw the flag, and he hasn't been involved in the conference yet. So for now, it's 2nd and 8 from the 16, but the officiating crew having a discussion. They do call encroachment on Huron, and again, boy, that flag came out pretty late. It was like Sturgis looked around for a couple of seconds before all of a sudden the flag came out. So now instead of 2nd and 8, it's going to be 2nd and 3 for the Scoopers. They're at the Huron 11-yard line. So penalties have been an issue here for Huron. Hederman wants the pass. He's going to throw it to Jost, wide open, touchdown. He slipped out of the backfield. He had a little late hit there, too, by one of the Sturgis linemen. They seem to let that go. But it is a touchdown for Sturgis, and they're an extra point away from tying it. It's 7-6 with 9:09 to go here in the first half. Sturgis will kick. Jost is the kicker for the Scoopers. 8-yard touchdown pass, and just kind of slipped out of the backfield, and he got away from the defender. Jost to kick the extra point. It is up. It is good. We're tied at 7. 9:09 to go. First half. We'll take a break here of 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
On the scoreboard on 3rd Street in downtown Huron. Check out their menu at their website, www.scoreboardhuron.com. The Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron.
Ensure that essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
And we are back in Tiger Stadium. Sturgis scores on an 8-yard touchdown pass, and we're tied at 7. Both scoring drives for the two teams were set up with good field position. Sturgis on the opening kickoff did a squib that actually hit off one of the frontline guys for Huron, which Huron recovered. Then Sturgis had a nice punt return, had 15 yards added on to it at the end. And then that set them up in Huron territory. Hansen and Bush are back deep to receive the kick from Jost. The sophomore does a lot of things for the Scooper team. Again, kind of a knuckle kick, going to be fielded at the 31-yard line. Caudell, he's up to the 40 and plows his way forward to the 47. And Huron will have some good field position, 1st and 10 near midfield. And again, Sturgis, they're not kicking away for whatever reason. And here on 1st and 10 at the Sturgis 47-yard line. Caudell, after returning the kick, he'll come off the field for a break. And Thackeray Hansen will begin this drive as the running back beside Colton McNeil. Hansen up the middle, runs into one of those big linemen, got back to the line, and that's it. As he ran into number 73, Aaron Moravitz. Sturgis is big across that line. Hansen back to the line. That's it. Caudell back into the backfield. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Huron. Huron's had some success running the ball, but they haven't had a lot inside. 2nd and 10 from the 47 for Huron. 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. We're tied at 7. Shotgun for McNeil. Handoff Caudell. Again, nothing there as linebacker came firing up. Calvin Kettleson just stopped that in its tracks. Basically no gain on the play again, and it's going to be 3rd and 10. 2 runs, one by Hansen, one by Caudell. Net 0 yards, 3rd and 10 for Huron from their own 47-yard line. We're 8 minutes to go here in the first half. And we have moved by quickly here in this first half thus far. So 3rd and 10 for Huron. 2 receivers left, 1 right. McNeil looking left. He's going to throw short. It's complete. A big hit by Hederman, but hanging on, Gavin Moding. He's a little slow to get up. And that'll be a first down, I believe. Is there a flag on the play? Nope. Moding does come up under his own power, but he took a whack from Hederman. Or is it incomplete? What are we calling here? Did he not hang on to it? I thought he did. Well, we're moving back. Evidently, it is incomplete. So Hederman jars it out. Instead of a first down for Huron, it's 4th down, and Colby Hofer will have to punt the ball away. So Huron 3 plays from their own 47. They get no yards. And then Moding took a thump, and he's talking to the training staff and the bench there behind the team. Here's the punt by Hofer. He'll do a short kick, go off to the left, takes a Huron roll to the 20. Inside the 20, will go out of bounds at about the 16 or 17. And we have some extracurricular downfield with a couple of players. We've seen a little bit of that from both teams. We just need to settle down and play football, I think. So punt for Huron, and Sturgis will have the ball 1st and 10 with 7:35 to go in the first half, tied at 7. And right now, Gavin Moding still sitting on the bench. He is taking a drink, but that obviously takes him off of defense as well. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Scoopers from their own 19-yard line. Again, 7:35 to go in the first half. So 1st and 10, here comes some motion. They'll hand it off to the motion man. Cuts back up the middle. Big gain again for Sturgis. About 8 yards. They're really running hard. That carry made by number 11, Byron Holt. And boy, it's Sturgis just getting big chunks running the ball. That's a gain of 9 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 1 for the Scoopers from the 27-yard line. 2nd and 1 as we hit 7 minutes to go. Scoopers have been able to run the ball consistently. 2nd down and 1. Hederman in the shotgun. Will keep it himself. Hesitates. He'll go up the middle, and looks like he's got the first down. Got it by about a yard. Bubba Peterson on the bottom of that pile, along with Caudell. And are they calling it a first down? Yeah, it has to be a first down. It was a 2-yard gain. They only needed 1. So first down for Sturgis, their 4th here of the first half. They have a 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. 6.5 minutes to go here in the first half, tied at 7. Scoopers with the ball. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Shotgun for Hederman. Huron showing blitz. Here comes the blitz. And going off to right, Udiger, and he'll break 1 tackle, but then get dropped after a gain of 1 or 2 on the play. Fitzer on the stop with some help from Haig for Huron. Gain of 2 on the play for Owen Udiger. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 32 for the Scoopers. We're midway through the second quarter, tied at 7. Sturgis possession. They'll come trips left. Nobody wide to the right. Hederman and the shotgun. Now they bring motion. And Hederman looks to the left. He's going to throw short. The pass complete. Boy, Caudell looked like he was in position, but it slipped through there. Catch made by Jaden Blair, and that might be, it is a first down for the Sturgis Scoopers. Boy, it was a simple out. Boy, it looked like, again, Caudell was about in position. That's a gain of 9, and Sturgis moves the sticks. Another first down, and they're up to their own 41-yard line. They've quickly moved from their 19 to their 41. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Shotgun, 1st and 10 from the 41. Hederman looks to pass, looks right. Now they'll stop the play. Penalty marker out. And looks like this will be the first penalty of the game against the Sturgis Scoopers. Procedure on Sturgis. And it'll still be first down, now 1st and 15 for Sturgis back at their own 36-yard line. Tied at 7, midway through the second quarter. We have a slot left, one receiver right. Shotgun for Hederman on 1st and long. Long count by Hederman. And he's looking to pass, going to swing it out near side. Udiger's got some room, 35-40. Finally brought down from behind by Hofer, but all the way up to the 47-yard line. That'll be a gain of 11 on the play and set up a 2nd and about 5 for the Scoopers. Again, boys, Sturgis, they get the ball, they go from point A to point B. They don't hesitate. It's actually about 2nd and 4, a gain of 9 on the play, 2nd and 4 from the 47. Huron starting to crowd the line some, and there's encroachment. Brian Ramirez jumped, and that one's easy to see. Penalty will go on Huron. 4th penalty, 35 yards on Huron, and that should give Sturgis a first down. So first down by penalty and put Sturgis in Huron territory. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. 5:05 to go in the first half. And Sturgis is moving the ball very efficiently, I might add. Trips right, one receiver left, 1st and 10 from the 48. Hederman straight drop. He's going to go to the near sideline, and the pass is intercepted. Logan Leyendecker had the inside position, intercepted it at the 8. And Huron will get the turnover. Logan Leyendecker. And that stops the drive. He had the perfect inside position. It was intended for Dawson Inhofer. But boy, Logan just had the inside position and took care of it. 4:49 to go in the first half. Huron will have the ball deep in their own territory, but they have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 9 with 4:49 to go in the first half. McNeil with the handoff coming out right side. Caudell head down and squirts out to maybe the 11-yard line. On the tackle, number 54, Noah Schaefers. And Caudell will get about 2, maybe 3 on the play. Yeah, he did get up to the 12, gain of 3 on the play for Cashton. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 12-yard line for the Huron Tigers. Clock rolls with 4:18 to go. Again, a very fast first half. Will be a long halftime with Coronation Marching Band performing as well. Introduction of the Hall of Fame class. 2nd and 7, roll out on the play action. McNeil going to throw it long to Moding back into the game. Jump ball and it's out of bounds. One of the coaches caught it for Sturgis, but Colton was backpedaling on the play, and it would have been a jump ball if it would have been inbounds, but it was out of bounds. And sets up 3rd and 7 for Huron from the 12-yard line. Stops the clock. That's to Sturgis's advantage right now. 4 minutes exactly to go in the first half. Huron, after moving the ball in their first possession, well, I guess they did move the ball in their second, but ended up having to punt after holding it nearly 6 minutes. 3rd and 7 for Huron. McNeil, straight drop. Again, throws off his back foot. Long pass, caught by Bush. And he's out to the 40. Boy, an ankle tackle made by Jaden Blair. If Blair doesn't make that, I think Bush is going for a while. But that's a gain of 28 yards and a first down for Huron with 3:52 to go in the first half. Ethan Bush caught it over the shoulder, and again, if that tackle is not made, I think Ethan's gone because there was nobody else back. And McNeil on his back foot put it right on target. 1st and 10. Handoff Caudell following Reno and Ramirez, and he plows forward up to the 46, gain of 6 on the play. You can see the 2 big seniors pulling and leading the way for Cashton. Gain of 6, it'll be 2nd and 4 for Huron from their own 46-yard line. Clock rolls with 3:12 to go in the first half. Both teams have their full complement of timeouts. 2nd and 4. Caudell again up the middle, head down, and looks like he's a yard short of the first down. A tackle made by Connor Schmidt for the Scoopers. It's going to be 3rd and 1 for Huron from the 49-yard line. Need to get the first down here. So a big call here for the Huron offense. We might get a timeout here just because Peterson started to come in and now came back off. And we don't have a play clock here. And, well, the back judge not flicking the arm yet. Handoff Caudell through traffic. He'll get the first down into Sturgis territory up to the 47-yard line. Again, used his blockers as he followed Ramirez right off that left side. Gain of 4 on the play for Caudell, and Huron now in Sturgis territory. 1st and 10 from the 47. No huddle for Huron with 2:14 to go first half. And McNeil looking. He's going to have to drift out to the left. He's running hard. He's looking to throw. Pass complete. Nope, knocked away. Another big hit by the Scoopers. They have been laying the wood on the Huron Tiger receivers. That time it was Leyendecker that really took a hit. He had it, but then lost it on the collision. Clock stops with 2:05 to go in the first half. 2nd and 10 for Huron. Huron changes some personnel with Bischoff and Bush coming in. 2nd down and 10 from the Sturgis 47-yard line. Trips left and going to swing it out. Caudell left side gets a kick out block from Bush, but cuts back to the middle and he'll get the first down. A great kick out block by Ethan Bush. And we got a one of our linemen down. Liam Davis is down back at the 45. So we're going to have an official's timeout for injury. And I think the officials may want to measure this. Looks like it's right at the sticks, but Liam Davis, the left tackle, still down. It's like it is a first down for Huron, so a first down, but now we're going to have to go a little deeper into our lineman depth. Remember, OK2 was injured in the first half of the first game, and he's done for the season. Davis is up. He's doing a little limping on that left leg, but he is walking off under his own power. But we're going to have to... Looks like we're coming in with number 77, Sean Myers. Will move in at left tackle for Huron. Again, it is 1st and 10, 9 first downs in the first half for Huron. We're at a minute 53 to go in the first quarter, and Huron has it 1st and 10 at the Sturgis 37-yard line. Straight drop, some time. Now McNeil steps up, still looking. He'll throw it over the middle, and in and out of the hands. Bischoff had it, lost it. It looked like it was a little behind him, but I think Payton will come back saying, I should have caught it. And he would have been deep in Sturgis territory. Instead, it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 37. McNeil doing a nice job of keeping it alive, and he might have been able to run for some yardage, but he kept looking down the field, scanning, and he did have Bischoff open. But it's 2nd and 10 from the 37-yard line. Minute 43, clock stopped on the incomplete pass. Straight drop. McNeil will throw over the middle, pass in and out of the hands. Another drop, this one by Leyendecker. A little low, but again, one that we should handle. Over there defensively for the Scoopers was Demetrius Daniels. Now Huron on a 3rd and 10 on 2 catchable passes. We're down to a minute 38 to go in the third quarter. So potentially 2 down territory. We'll see what happens on the 3rd down play first. Bischoff wide right, Moding in the slot with Gainey outside of him on the left. Just going to hand it off, and Caudell following Reno. Turns the 40, cuts back a grain inside the 30, spins forward. He may have the first down. As Caudell was doing a great job of using his lineman. He was following Reno, following Martinez, and it is a first down. Caudell patient running down to the 26. Gain of 11, first down Huron. Still got all 3 timeouts in their pocket. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 26. Huron again goes without a huddle here on 1st and 10. And inside handoff, Caudell cuts back against the grain. He's inside the 25 down to about the 23, gain of 3. And, well, right now, Strand still not burning that timeout. We're inside of a minute to go here in the first half. Gain of 4 on the play for Caudell. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 22 or 23-yard line. 46 seconds to go. Slot right and the inside handoff, Caudell again. And he's going to be buried at about the 22, gain of 1. Now Huron will quickly take the timeout. That was swallowed up as again in on the stop. Caden Kettleson, who's had a nice game from that linebacker position for Sturgis. And going to be a gain of about 1 on the play for Caudell. I'm going to say, yeah, we'll go 1. Going to be 3rd and 5 with 37 seconds to go here in the first half. First timeout for Huron. We'll just keep it here, so I spent too much time talking. 37 seconds to go here in the first half. We're tied at 7. Huron driving and using their first timeout here of the first half. Check some scores at halftime. We'll talk about the Hall of Fame class. Again, Hall of Fame induction, the Athletic Hall of Fame induction and banquet is tomorrow. Starts at 5 o'clock at the arena. Cross country, boy, there's going to be a ton of people in town tomorrow for the Clyde Cotton Invitational at Broadland Creek. Last report earlier this week, 22 teams are running in Huron cross country. 2-down territory now, I'm sure, here for Huron, as it'll be 3rd down and 5 from the 21-yard line. And I think there might have been movement on Huron. Whistle came right as the ball was snapped, or is this going against Sturgis? And no, I think it is going to go on Huron. Yep, 5-yard penalty in Huron. 5th penalty, 40 yards. And again, that's, those are the type of mistakes we're seeing from this Tiger team. That's going to knock us back to a 3rd and 10, back at the 21-yard line with 36 seconds to go in the half. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Now what are we doing? Now the White Hat stops play again for some reason. He and the umpire are having some sort of conversation. And now do we have a Sturgis timeout? Yep, Sturgis timeout. 36 seconds to go, first half. Tied at 7. We'll take a timeout. 30 seconds, 30 here on Dakota Sports.
Leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJV.
Kurtz Heating and Cooling scoreboard update. T area leading Douglas 48-0 early second quarter. Yankton leading Pierce 7-0 the first. I think that score is kind of old though. Spearfish leads Brookings 14-0. That's your Kurtz Heating and Cooling scoreboard update. 3rd and 10 for Huron. Each team has used a timeout now. 36 seconds to go in the first half. Huron Tiger Marching Band lining up for their halftime show. Now the White Hat having a conversation with the Huron coaches. They want 37 seconds, so add a half second to the clock. Hey, every 10th of a second matters. 37 seconds to go here in the first half. Be 3rd and 10 for Huron from the Sturgis 21-yard line. Shotgun and McNeil, plenty of time. Now he's flushed out, turns the corner, and he'll look, and the ball deflected. It'll be 4th down. Was intended for Gainey, but it never got there. 4th down, and I would imagine Huron will go for it here on 4th down. I think McNeil wanted Gainey to go down the sideline. So 4th and 10, Huron will go for it from, actually the 26. I said the 21. I was mistaken. It's from the 26. And it's 4th and 10 from the 26 for Huron. 29 seconds to go in the first half. Huron can use the whole field. They have 2 timeouts remaining. 2 receivers right. Gainey is by himself to the left. Now trips to the right on 4th and 10 for the Huron Tigers. And McNeil to pass. Here comes the rush up the middle. He's running and just throws it away. And now we have a flag after the play. Looked like it came after the play anyway. I think McNeil got rid of it. Are they calling intentional grounding on him? Well, let's let the official tell us what he's doing. Yep, they call intentional grounding on here. Boy, he was out of the pocket. Well, I guess he's out of the pocket, but the ball still has to get to the line of scrimmage. So my guess is it didn't get to the line of scrimmage. So the drive ends on downs for Huron with 25 seconds to go in the first half, tied at 7. So what do you do on a... Okay, it's just decline, so Sturgis will take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. See if Coach Koleski wants to tempt fate here with 25 seconds left and on your own 26. That was a nice drive for Huron. Began with a Leyendecker interception, but stalls out at the 26. And it looks like Sturgis is going to take a knee. They will take the knee. And that should end our first half. Sturgis heading off the field. Halftime, we're tied. Huron 7, Sturgis 7. Timeout 2 minutes, then back with the half on Dakota Sports, Tiger 95.
Bettering yourself or pursuing a degree? Huron Community Campus offers in-person classes at just $40 per credit hour plus fees. HCC offers courses through Northern State University, offering quality education at an exceptional value. To learn more, call Huron Community Campus at 605-353-8518. That's 605-353-8518.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
Your doctor says surgery. Who's got the time? There's packing, driving, parking fees, feeding your spouse. Oh, don't forget the dog. The procedure, recovery, the drive again, and getting back to normal. And what about rehab? Will insurance cover it? Don't leave home. Talk to your doctor about scheduling surgery close to home at HRMC or learn more online at HuronRegional.org. Huron Regional Medical Center. The right care is right here.
FNBO is a great big small bank, and for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com. Member FDIC.
1340 KIJV is Tiger Radio. It's halftime. Let's join the voice of the Huron Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
Oh, the burning of the H has commenced in the southeast corner of the field area, part of the homecoming tradition here. Right now, they are introducing the homecoming court and their parents. Hall of Famers will be introduced as well. And like I said, it's going to be a long halftime. I'm sure this will be about a 20-minute halftime here with all the festivities going on for homecoming. Let's give you a Kurtz Heating and Cooling scoreboard update, some of our area scores. Game we have on over at KOKK. Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central leading Miller Highmore Herald 28-0 at halftime. Or I guess that's in the second quarter, not at halftime yet. DeSmet leads Woolsey Wessington 7-6. Avon 20, Hitchcock Tulare 6. That's some of our area scores tonight on your Kurtz Heating and Cooling scoreboard update. We'll check some of those other scores here as well, here as we go through it. Again, as I said, it's going to be a long halftime. Again, we're tied at 7 at half, Huron and Sturgis. Another 2-minute timeout. We'll talk about the Huron High School Hall of Fame class for this year after this break. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports, Tiger 95.
All scream for ice cream. Dairy Queen's ice cream, of course. Get your favorite cool treats at Dairy Queen of Huron. Get a chocolate dipped cone, a dilly bar, hot fudge sundae, or their famous DQ Blizzard. And for parties, anniversaries, or any occasion, order a DQ cake or a DQ Blizzard cake. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week. Drive up, carry out, or dine in. Dairy Queen of Huron. Hot eats and cool treats.
Do you know what your cattle are eating? Are they growing like you expect? At Dakota Land Feeds, their experienced feed consultants can help you be sure your cattle are getting everything they need to perform and what will help you increase your bottom line. Let Dakota Land Feeds help formulate the right ration to fit the needs of your cattle, whether you have growing calves, feedlot cattle, yearlings, or beef cows. Dakota Land Feeds has feed consultants across the territory to help serve you. See your local Dakota Land Feeds dealer today.
Your doctor says surgery. Who's got the time? There's packing, driving, parking fees, feeding your spouse. Oh, don't forget the dog. The procedure, recovery, the drive again, and getting back to normal. And what about rehab? Will insurance cover it? Don't leave home. Talk to your doctor about scheduling surgery close to home at HRMC or learn more online at HuronRegional.org. Huron Regional Medical Center. The right care is right here.
Hi, I am Tyson Lean. As a college wrestler, I push my body to the limit every day. But after a few injuries, I started to feel like I wasn't performing at my best. That's when I turned to Carr Chiropractic and their team of experts. Through a combination of adjustments, rehab, and natural supplements, I was able to recover faster, reduce my pain, and improve my overall performance on the mat. Whether you're an athlete or just looking to improve your health, I highly recommend giving Carr Chiropractic a try.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Halftime here at Tigers Stadium, and we're tied at 7 here on Tigers Sturgis Scoopers. We'll get to our stats and the scoring coming up. Again, the halftime includes the introduction of our Huron Athletic Hall of Fame new members that will officially go in tomorrow. Standing ovation right now for Jackson Trandle, who's standing in for his dad, Josh, who died of ALS earlier this year. Josh did know he was going into the Athletic Hall of Fame before he died, so that was a good thing. But Josh Trandle, a top sprinter, not only at Huron, but also at Northern State University. He was an All-American sprinter at Northern State University. On top of that, Josh was an All-ASD Conference football selection as well, 3-year letter winner in track. Tigers win 2 consecutive ESD Conference track and field championships and 1 runner-up. He won the 200 and the 400 as a senior at the state track meet, and also anchored the 4x100 meter relay to a state title. The 4x2 placed second. Josh Trandle, an inductee. Also going into the Hall of Fame is, well, the guy I know the best of all of them down there, former head wrestling coach Dan McCarty. Coach McCarty coached in Huron for 30 years, head wrestling coach for 19. That's the longest tenure of a wrestling coach in Huron. He started off as an assistant, was on the staff when Huron won their one and only state title in 1994. He coached the Tigers to second place at the state tournament in 2012, a pair of third place finishes in 09 and 13, fourth place in 08 and 2010, and also ESD Conference team titles in 2008 and 2011. He's already been inducted into the South Dakota Wrestling Coaches Hall of Fame and has won the ESD Conference Award of Merit. Going in as an athlete is Kim Puterbaugh Herman, a 1990 Huron High School graduate. She was a dominant distance runner for the Tigers, both cross country and track and field. Huron Tiger girls cross country won state titles 1987 and 89. In between, they were a runner-up in 88. and they won 3 straight ESD conference titles in that time. And in track and field, Kim led the Tigers the ESD title in 88 and runner-up 87 and 89. Going back to cross country, she placed 2nd, 3rd, and 5th in 3 straight years of state cross country. Going in as a contributor, and this is where I wish Corky was here because he knows this guy best. Clyde Dillman, longtime bus driver for the Huron Tigers, going in as a contributor for his 50 years of contributions. He's received honors from about every level, school district, state, city, just all around for his availability and the miles that he put in. He never had an accident and estimated to have driven over 1 million miles transporting the youth of Huron. I know Clyde well. He's in the nursing home here. I don't believe he is going to attend the ceremony tomorrow night, but his daughters will be there. And finally, going in as a team, the 1973 boys basketball team. In many ways, that team underachieved during the course of the season, but they started to play well when it mattered the most. They went 16-8 on the season. They had, I believe, let's see if I do the arithmetic right, they had an 11-8 regular season, but then won their section, then won 3 games in a row, obviously, to win the state tournament. In the semifinals, they defeated the pre-tournament favorite, Sioux Falls, Washington. And I thought they had the score here, but they don't. That put them in the state championship game against Yankton. And again, that's a legendary game for the fact that it had 2 of the tallest players in South Dakota history battling for the championship. Huron had 7-foot Brian Shanks, and Yankton had 6'11" Chad Nelson. Those 2 guys had the headlines, but at the end of the day, it was Jim Stevens, who was 6'8" himself, who made the winning basket, and Huron won that state championship over Yankton by a score of 54-52. Shanks and Harold Hill were selected to the all-tournament team. Both were named All-State for South Dakota. Rick Long, Harold Hill, and Shanks were a 3-way tie for most valuable player for the team. Stevens was most improved. Long and Hill were the co-captains. Again, a state title, and in many ways, they were coached by Bob Judson, and another guy who helped coach that team. Well, a couple guys you'll recognize, Leroy Pearson and Merv Boucher, were the assistant coaches on that team. And while they underachieved during the regular season, boy, they got on a run and won the state title back in 1973. And those are the Huron Athletic Hall of Fame inductees for this year. They'll be going in tomorrow night. Starts at 5 o'clock at the arena. There will be a banquet and then be some speeches there as well. I'm kind of assuming that 1973, I believe there's 3 scheduled to speak, and I think that's going to be very entertaining to listen to some stories there. Coach McCarty, that's again the one I'm most familiar with. And of course, well, with Josh Trandle, it's just such a sad situation. Again, you feel a little better knowing he did know he was going into the Hall of Fame. But again, it was such a quick loss for Josh. He was, I think it was just about 13 months ago, he was diagnosed with ALS, and by the following February, he was gone. But his family will be there to represent him, and congratulations to the Trandle family and all the families in on the Huron High School Hall of Fame, Athletic Hall of Fame. Huron High School Marching Band on the field. We're tied at 7 here at half. Sturgis will get the ball to start the second half. We'll take a timeout here of 2 minutes. Come back and look at some of those stats next. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Home, truly the right home. This is Reg Kleinsasser with the Real Estate Connection. First, can you afford it? Beyond the purchase price, you need to consider utility costs, maintenance costs, and property taxes. All of these factors add to the actual cost of a new home. Does the home meet your needs? Buying a large house when your kids are heading off to college in a few years, or paying for a view of the lake when you are hardly home probably doesn't make sense. At the Real Estate Connection, we are dedicated to helping you find a home that meets your needs without breaking your budget. We're ready to help you find the right home today. Give us a call, 352-1300, or visit our website, realestatehuron.com.
Ghost Energy is the fully transparent, fully loaded, feel-good energy drink you've been waiting for. No sugar, no artificial colors, epic focus, complete performance. Pick up a can of Ghost Energy distributed by Elwine Brothers at Fair City Foods, Carlson's, Super X, Southside, Freedom, DJ's Travel Center, Lewis Drug, Thunderbird, and Quinter Pantries in Huron. Elwine Brothers wishes the Huron Tigers best of luck. Go Tigers! The school year places a heavy demand on your child's eyes and vision. Make sure your child has an annual back-to-school comprehensive eye exam. A child's physical development, academic, and athletic performance are all largely dependent on their vision. As children grow older, their eyes grow too. 80% of everything a child learns is through their visual pathways, so unnoticed visual problems can impact a child's capacity to learn. Don't put off your child's eye exam. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Kyle Porish today. The Nordby Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Nordby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. Group fitness classes are led by the Nordby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Nordby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV are your home for Huron Tiger sports.
Halftime at Tiger Stadium, Huron 7, Sturgis 7. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock, KIJV, AM/FM Huron. Scoring, Huron on the board first on the opening drive of the game, just over 4 minutes. And it was a short field as it was a looked to me like a dribble kick that ended up being an onside covered by Huron. And then they just had 52 yards to go. Cash and Caudell, a 7-yard run to score. And Kleinsasser added the extra point in 7-0. Sturgis scored later in the second quarter as there was an 8-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Aiden Hederman to Sully Jost, the running back. Extra point was good by Jost, 7-7. Huron then did threat again, but had the drive at the end of the first half stall out at the 26-yard line. And at the half, we're tied at 7. Sturgis had 31 yards through the air, 50 yards on the ground. Seemed like they had more than that, but Sturgis just did not have possession of the ball. That's something that happened to them last week, too, in Aberdeen. Aberdeen was able to control time of possession. That's what Huron has done here, at least for the first half. I have Sturgis with 50 yards rushing. Sully Joe, 6 carries for 22 yards. Owen Udigger, 2 carries for 17. Byron Holt, 1 carry for 9. Naden Hederman, 1 carry for 2 yards. Hederman passing 5 for 7, 31 yards, touchdown, and an interception. 6 first downs in the first half for the Scoopers. For Huron, 74 on the ground and 87 through the air. Cash and Caudell, 13 carries, 60 yards, best half of running the ball for him, or at least best first half for Cashton. 1 carry, 16 yards, Gavin Moding. 3 carries, 4 yards for Thackeray Hansen. Colt McNeil, 1 carry for -6. Passing, Colt McNeil, 9 for 17 for 87 yards. 11 first downs for Huron in the first half, and a very telling stat, a huge time of possession advantage for the Huron Tigers. 15 minutes, 56 seconds to 8:04, so Huron just about doubling Sturgis on time of possession in the first half, and actually, ironically, their longest possession was one they didn't score and wound up punting on, but in any case, again, that was one thing Coach Koletsky said in his pregame that was a struggle for the Scoopers last week, and that was Aberdeen controlling the ball, and their offense just didn't get a lot of chances. Defensively for Huron, not a lot of stats because, again, the defense wasn't on the field a lot. Cash and Caudell with 3 tackles to lead the way. Holden Haig, 2 tackles and an assist. 2 tackles for Colby Hofer and for C.J. Gainey. Logan Leyendecker had the interception for Huron in the first half, and that is our first half stats. And again, at the half, it's 7-7 Sturgis and Huron. Both teams back on the field. I think we're 3 minutes away from the start of our second half. We'll take a timeout, 2 minutes. Then back here to Tiger Stadium, 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Huron and Ace Lounge is hiring cooks, bartenders, servers, hostesses, and dishwashers. It's a great opportunity. You could work full-time, part-time, make extra money, and big tips. Apply in person at Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge or online at hangarrestaurantandlounge.com. Join the team at Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge. Apply in person or at hangarrestaurantandlounge.com.
Shane Hartman here at Hartman Physical Therapy. I'd like to welcome you to visit our clinic at 2297 Kansas Avenue Southeast in Huron. We provide the care you need for orthopedics, sports injuries, spinal issues, arthritic conditions, and work-related injuries. Our licensed staff will assess the problem, provide the rehab, and get you on the road to recovery. Wishing all area athletes a healthy and successful season. Hartman Physical Therapy, restoring health through thoughtful patient care.
Stop in for a free insurance review with Blaine Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Blaine Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized apparel such as t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets? PB Sports, of course. How about signs, logos, and vinyl graphics at top? PB Sports, of course, proud sponsor of the Tigers, PB Sports, downtown Huron. For a great meal, count on the Scoreboard on 3rd Street in downtown Huron. Check out their menu at their website, www.scoreboardhuron.com. The Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron.
Ensure that essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJV.
Halftime here. We'll get the kickoff shortly. Let's do a Kurtz Heating and Cooling scoreboard update. 11 AA. I don't think they're quite to halftime yet. T Area 60, Douglas 8. In the second quarter, Yankton 7, Pierre 0. Spearfish leading Brookings second quarter, 21-0. Washington leading Watertown, 21-20. Some area scores: DeSmet 7, Woolsey Wessington 6 at halftime. Avon 20, Hitchcock Tulare 6, but I don't think that game's been updated for a while. Dubrook leads Iroquois Lake Preston 44-0, and our game over on KOKK is at halftime with Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central leading Miller Highmore Herald 34-0, and that is your Kurtz Heating and Cooling scoreboard update. It'll be Douglas ball to begin the second half as Huron will kick off, and again, hold your breath a bit. Huron has struggled some covering the kickoff this season. They've given up 2, 1 to T Area and 1 to Brookings. The wind has pretty much died. The flag at the south end of the field is hardly moving at all. And again, we kind of expected it would be that way once the sun went down. Just a gorgeous night, though, for high school football. And again, you think back to last year out in Sturgis, if you were there, hour and a half thunderstorm delay. We finally got kicked off at 8:30 Central Time and got done, I think, around 11 o'clock Central Time. So again, Sturgis has 3 guys back deep to receive as Nick Kleinsasser will kick the ball away for the Huron Tigers. His last kickoff was a line drive, but did go into the end zone. There's 3 guys back. Jost, though, in the middle. That's probably where they're looking to kick the ball as our second half is underway. Line drive kick again. Jost will let it bounce, and he'll pick it up at about the 3. Coming into the near side, right side, gets around the corner to the 20, to the 25, runs into traffic, and gets planted by Cashton Caudell at the 26. Second time Cashton has made a physical tackle like that. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Sturgis at their own 26-yard line. But that Jost, he's just a sophomore, and he runs hard. 1st and 10 from the 26. As Sturgis possession here. First things first, I think Coach Koletzki would just like to grind together a couple first downs. They did have 6 first downs in the first half, but again, really didn't have that time of possession. They'll come out 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Shotgun, 2 receivers right, 1 wide to the left. Now a back shifts to the left side. Here comes motion and handed off to the motion man. He'll cut back to the middle and maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. He's met there by Cashin Caudell along with Holden Haig. And Byron Holt ran a long ways to get 1 yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. He wanted to go wide, but Huron had it sealed off. He cut back to the middle, and that's where Cashton and Holden were. 2nd and 9 from the 27-yard line. Shotgun again for Hederman. And he wants to pass. He's looking near side and intercepted by Caudell. And if he had to go to a knee, the pass was well short of the intended receiver. And if he's able to catch that, he's got a lot of wide open green. But a second interception of the game for Sturgis, and here on great field position, 1st and 10. They'll have it at the 33-yard line of Sturgis. So a golden opportunity here for the Huron offense. 1st and 10 from the Sturgis 33-yard line. Shotgun for McNeil. McNeil, handoff to Caudell, following Reno, trying to turn the corner, waiting. Now he'll head upfield, and he'll get wrestled out of bounds inside the 30, maybe to the 28. Patient running by Cashin Caudell, and again, he's kind of going behind the Jackson Reno and Chumley. Brian Ramirez put the ball at the 29-yard line. That's a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 with 11:05 to go here in the third quarter. Now, he did go out of bounds, so the clock does stop. 2nd and 6 from the Sturgis 29-yard line. Huron trying to take advantage of a Sturgis turnover. Handoff, and it's Hansen trying to turn the corner. He's given up a lot of real estate, turns the corner, and he ran a long ways to get about 3 yards on the play. I mean, he was back at least to the 35-yard line, but he's got a world of speed, and he was able to turn the corner, and he probably ran 50 yards to get 3 yards on the stat sheet. It'll be 3rd and 3 for Huron from the 26-yard line. So 2 runs to start the second half. Slot left, 1 receiver right. Caudell in the backfield, standing beside McNeil. And a fumble on the play. McNeil just falls on top of it. The exchange was never there between he and Cashin Caudell. I'm not sure if he wanted to pull it out. But it's going to be a loss on the play back to the 28-yard line. So a loss of 2, and now it's going to be 4th and 5 for Huron from the 28-yard line. Go for it, obviously, here. And a big play here for the Tiger offense. Inside of 10 minutes to go, third quarter. Huron trying to get some points off a Sturgis turnover. Shotgun again for McNeil to pass on 4th down. Throws over the middle, way short, and he had a lot of pressure up the middle as coming straight up the middle was Zach Jules along with Aiden Werlinger, and that never had a chance, and Huron does nothing with the interception and gives it up on downs, and Sturgis will take over 1st and 10 with 9:44 to go in the third quarter. That's the second time Huron's forced a turnover with no points. Of course, the last turnover, they did have a nice drive, couldn't finish it off. Sturgis at the 28-yard line, 1st and 10. 9:44 to go, third quarter. 2 receivers right and a back on each side of Hederman on the 1st and 10 play. Hederman rides it. He'll keep it himself. No, he does hand it off to Udiger, and there's nothing going there. There's a swarm of black jerseys on top of him. Colby Hofer was over there on the stop along with Holden Haig, I believe. And no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10. And there was where Hederman was riding Udigger for a long time, and, well, Huron just wasn't biting on either one of them. Finally just gave it to Udigger and thought, well, you get tackled. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 28-yard line. Shotgun again for Hederman. Put a man in motion. Looks like a bubble screen. No, it's Hederman keeping it the other way. He breaks loose. He's up to the 35. He'll spin forward and get the first down. Gainey on the stop. Beautiful ball fake. I thought it was going to be a bubble screen to my side, and I think all of Huron did too. Instead, Hederman with his best run of the night. First down up to the 39-yard line. Gain of 11 on the play for Hederman. And they'll reset the sticks. We're tied at 7. We're early in the third quarter. Sturgis with the possession. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Shotgun for Hederman. And handoff coming to the right. Jost cuts back to the middle. Nothing there as he got met behind the line. That should be a loss on the play. A number of Tigers were in on the stop. I saw Bubba Peterson there. I think Haig was the first guy in. And 2nd down and 10, no gain on the play for Jost. We'll go trips right, 1 receiver left, and a back beside Hederman on 2nd down and 10 from the 39. Hederman rolls it to the right, looking to pass. He's under a rush. He's going to put it under. He will run with it and pass the 45 up to the 46. Run first, option to pass next. Down the field, I believe the Jackson Reno down the field made the stop for Huron, but Hederman got some good yardage on that. It's going to be a 3rd and 3 for Sturgis from their own 46-yard line. Big play here for the Tiger defense. Trips left, empty backfield for Hederman. Huron trying to blitz. They almost jumped. Sturgis didn't get a flag on it. Now they will snap it. Hederman looking. Now he's going to roll to the right. Man is wide open down the right sideline inside the 30. Cowdell, but boy, wide open was Tegan Wormstad. He slipped away. I think the corner on that side probably moved up, thinking that he had to cover Hederman on the run. Instead, they convert on 3rd down all the way down to the 28-yard line. That's a gain of 27. And a first down for Sturgis, and they're in business at the Huron 28-yard line. 1st and 10, Sturgis at the 28. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Going to flick it out, the bubble screen on the far sideline, 25, and down to about the 20. Pass was complete to Sundstrom, running hard. Bubba Peterson was in on the stop for Huron. But again, another positive gain for Sturgis, 8 yards, 2nd and 2. They find themselves in a lot of these 2nd and shorts, and now they're at the 20-yard line driving against the Tiger defense. 6:20 to go, 3rd quarter, tied at 7. Sturgis driving. Handoff coming off the left. Jost breaks 1 tackle, then gets hammered by C.J. Gainey. Back, there's going to be a loss on the play to the 22 or 23. Slipped a tackle, but Jost was slowed down enough, and that allowed C.J. to come up. It's going to be a loss of a yard on the play. And back at the 22-yard line, it's going to be 3rd and 4, probably about 4.5 for Sturgis. Inside of 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, tied at 7, but Sturgis is moving the football. 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 right in there. And here's the flip out. There's a bubble screen. It's tipped up in the air, and who caught? I think Hederman did catch it. Hederman, it was deflected, I think, by Holden Haig. And now what are the officials are discussing? Was it caught by Hederman or is it an incomplete pass? Yep, they are saying run the clock, so it was caught by Hederman. He caught his own pass and lost yardage back to the 34. Deflected pass, I believe, by Holden Haig. That's going to be a loss of 11, and Sturgis coming in. See if there's a field goal. No, it looks like they're going to punt. Again, Hederman is the punter, so anything goes here for Sturgis. They could run the fake. I wouldn't be surprised if they do from the 34. Nope, they are going to kick it away. Huron had nobody back. High, short kick. Angles to the left. Bounces out at about the 12. And Huron defense gets themselves off the field. Big player there, I believe, was Holden Haig. I'm not 100%, but I believe he did get the deflection on the play. And Huron will get the ball with 4:47 to go in the third quarter. Still tied at 7. Huron scored their touchdown on their first drive of the game. Sturgis scored, I believe, on their second drive of the game. Huron will have it at their own 10, 1st and 10. Well, Huron hasn't been able to move the ball here since they got down on that final possession of the first half. Colt McNeil has 4 incomplete passes in a row. We'll go 1st and 10 from the 10. And McNeil going to swing it out to Caudell. He's got some open space. At the 10, 15. Then caught from behind. Boy, it looked like he was going to pull out of there. He kind of went down awkwardly, but he pops right back up. Gain of about 7 on the play. 2nd and short for Huron. Gain of 7 on the play. And again, boy, it looked like Cashin was going to get a little burst there, and then he got caught from behind. Again, boy, it looked like it was he kind of went down awkwardly. But pop right back up. It's 2nd and 3 for Huron from the 17-yard line. McNeil to pass, looking right, throws short. Leyendecker with the catch, and that'll be a first down for Huron. He's tackled by Demetrius Daniels. Huron with their first down of the second half. Or do we have what are we doing here? It is a first down for Huron. They're acting like he went out of bounds. Well, he did go out of bounds, but he was forced out. Gain of 6 to Leyendecker. 1st and 10 now at their own 23-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 left, and McNeil looks to the right. Now he's flushed out of the pocket, steps up. He'll throw and is complete to Gainey. He goes down immediately, got crunched by Hederman. And that should be another first down, and there's Colt McNeil keeping the play alive with his legs. And is there a penalty marker, or what do we have here? Or are they saying it was incomplete? I guess it was incomplete. I thought it looked like CJ got it, but I'm also a long ways away. Will be 2nd down and 10 with the clock stopped now at 3:15 to go in the first half. Now the officials are going to have a conference. Boy, it looked like CJ caught it from here, but again, like I said, I'm a long ways away. He went down to his knees to make sure he caught it. Now here's Sturgis. They're also now I think we are going to. Are we going to count it? Well, if they are going to count it, Koletsky is going to want a explanation. Yep, they are going to say it is a catch to the 32. Gain of 9 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 1 for Huron. Koletsky, I'm sure, not happy, and probably don't blame him. And now looks like we have a little confusion going there with the Zebra crew. Tied at 7. I believe it's a catch. But we've had a lot of discussion. Well, they moved the sticks. Then they're adjusting where he caught it. Okay, they move it up, and now it is a first down for Huron up to the 36-yard line. So they added another 4 yards, and I'm sure Koletsky is even more happy with that call. It is a first down for Huron. 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Finally, we're going to snap the football and have a play. 1st and 10 from the 36. Up the middle, Caudell slams off one guy and keeps the legs churning. He'll get a yard or 2 on the play. Calvin Kettleson made the stop. I've called his name several times for Sturgis. I know Coach Koletsky said their linebacking unit's probably the inexperienced part of their defense, but Kettleson has played well tonight. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8 for Huron at the 38-yard line. 2:40 to go, third quarter, still tied at 7. 2 receivers right, 1 left. And McNeil throwing short, dangerous pass, nearly intercepted. That was not open, and Very fortunate for Huron that Byron Holt, I think as much as anything, he ran out of real estate over there. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 8 for Huron from the 38-yard line. Big player for both teams. Sturgis obviously like to force the punt here. 2:31 to go, third quarter, tied at 7. And Huron goes with the slot right, one receiver left, and Caudell right beside McNeil in the backfield, wing left. And handed off to Caudell, hitting the backfield, puts his shoulder down, but he's going to get Baby back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Huron tried to surprise Sturgis, but they're saying, no, we'll let you do that, and basically no gain on the play for Caudell, and Huron gets a couple of first downs, but now we'll have to punt it on 4th and 8. Jost is back to receive the kick from Colby Hofer. So we're nearing 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Again, this game has moved by quickly. Now we have an injured Sturgis scooper on the far side of the field. Could be a cramp, I guess. Huron was just about ready to snap it, and all of a sudden we had a scooper down on the field. So injury on the field, 2:02 to go. In the third quarter, we're tied at 7. We'll take a break. 30 seconds, 30 on Dakota Sports.
Provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Hofer with a high, short kick and a bounce and take a Huron roll to the 40 and down to the 35, and Jost will just let it roll. It'll go to the 34. So we got a nice roll after a high, short kick, and third punt of the game for Huron, and Sturgis will take over with 1:42 to go in the third quarter, and we remain tied at 7. The injured scooper, and it might have just been a crap, Gavin Sundstrom. He walked off under his own power. Sturgis will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line with 1:42 to go in the third quarter. Sturgis had a nice drive sputter as they got deep. They got, I think, inside the 20 at one point before having to punt it. 1st and 10, Hederman will do that bubble screen, far side of the field. And short gain on the play up to about the 38. Couple of Huron Tigers in on the stop. Gavin Moding in on the play. I believe Bubba Peterson as well. Pass was complete to Jaden Blair. Gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6 for Sturgis at their own 38-yard line. Late in the third quarter, tied at 7. Slot right, one receiver left. Hederman in the shotgun on 2nd and 6. Play action, Hederman looking, no rush. Now he will throw it over the middle. Pass is complete for the first down. Boy, Huron just not getting a rush on Hederman at all. He started to tuck it under. Then he saw he had an open receiver in Byron Holt, and he'll advance it for the first down. Right up to the 50-yard line. That's a gain of 12. Sturgis, their third first down of the second half. Ball squarely on the 50-yard line and right squarely on the yard line I'm viewing. 1st and 10, Sturgis right on the 50. Two receivers right on the near side of the field. One wide left. And the handoff to Udiger, and not much up the middle. 2 or 3 yards on the play. Connor Johnson and the Jackson Reno on the stop for Huron. Gain of 2 on the play for Udiger. It'll be 2nd and 8. And Sturgis back on the Huron side of the field at the 48-yard line. Sturgis does not have to snap it if they choose not to, and I don't think they are going to. 5 seconds to go, third quarter. We'll head to the fourth. We're still tied at 7. Huron 7, Sturgis 7. Timeout 1 minute on Dakota Sports. Tiger 95.
Up, bettering yourself, or pursuing a degree? Huron Community Campus offers in-person classes at just $40 per credit hour plus fees. HCC offers courses through Northern State University, offering quality education at an exceptional value. To learn more, call Huron Community Campus at 605-353-8518. That's 605-353-8518.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
We start the fourth quarter. Sturgis has 2nd and 8 at the Huron 48-yard line. Sturgis had the time of possession advantage there in the third quarter. Looks like just over 7 minutes. The officials gathered both teams together for something there. Now we'll go 2nd and 8 from the 48. Sturgis now heading to the north, and Huron goes into the neutral zone. The Jackson Reno jumped, and now instead of 2nd and 8, it's going to be 2nd and 3. First penalty of the second half against Huron, but now 6 for 45. I only have Sturgis for 1 penalty. I think I missed a penalty in the first half, though, too. I think they have 2 penalties total, both in the first half. So now 2nd and 3 from the 43-yard line for the Scoopers. Twins left, Twins right. Shotgun for Hederman. And handoff Joe Stan. He's going to be hit and nearly bounced off it. But he was tackled down low by Colby Hofer, and then Holden Haig able to finish it off. And basically no gain on the play for Jost. It's going to be 3rd and 3 from the 43 for the Sturgis Scoopers. Just underway in the fourth quarter. Sturgis quickly up to the line. Huron's got to get themselves lined up. Shotgun and going to throw it over the middle. Wide open is DeShock to the 20 and to the 15. 1st and 10, Sturgis inside the 20-yard line. A quick release to the tight end up the middle all the way down to the 16. That's a gain of 27. Sturgis a first down, and they are threatening down to the 16-yard line. I think Sturgis actually had a lineman wide out right. They came up to the line quickly and then just had a lot of things going on, and DeShock just went straight down the seam, and he was open. 1st and 10 from the 16. Inside handoff, Udiger, and he's going to be dropped. No gain on the play. Connor Johnson, the first man in for Huron, had plenty of help from his friends. Holden Haig got in there as well. And no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Huron 16. Sturgis again driving. We've been tied at 7 since midway through the second quarter. We're early in the fourth quarter, and Sturgis again threatening. They go trips left, 1 receiver right. And shotgun for Hederman on 2nd and 10. Hederman looks right, looks left, no pressure again, rolls to the right, now steps it up. He'll throw over the middle. It's complete for a short gain. Colby Hofer on the stop. He did find Blair coming over the middle, got to about the 10-yard line. I guess they do give him the 9, gain of 7. That'll set up 3rd and 3, but again, Hederman just having all day to stand back there. He looked like he was going to run, then he saw Blair opening over the middle. It's going to be 3rd and 3 from the 9 for Sturgis as they're knocking on the door deep in Huron territory. Hederman, empty backfield. He'll keep it himself, tries to turn the corner, and he's dropped back at the 11 for a loss. It was Holden Haig, got him down low first, and Holden a little slow to get up after making the play. And I think Bubba Peterson was saying Holden needs to come off, and Holden says, I'm not going anywhere. Back to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 1. 4th down and 4. Oh, they are going to try. Jost is going to try the field goal here. Jost for the field goal. This will be about 27 yards. The kick is up. It's high enough, and it is good. Jost, a 27-yard field goal, and Sturgis has their first lead of the game. It's Sturgis 10, Huron 7, 8:55 to go in the game. We'll take a timeout of 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
Surgery. Who's got the time? There's packing, driving, parking fees, feeding your spouse. Oh, don't forget the dog. The procedure, recovery, the drive again, and getting back to normal. And what about rehab? Will insurance cover it? Don't leave home. Talk to your doctor about scheduling surgery close to home at HRMC or learn more online at HuronRegional.org. Huron Regional Medical Center. The right care is right here.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
We are back in Tiger Stadium. Sturgis leads for the first time at 10-7. And they will kick off to Huron. Thackeray Hansen, and I believe Bush is back deep to receive as well. Ethan. Line drive kick, going to bounce and bobbled there, picked up at about the 30, up the middle of the field, and going to be returned about the 35. I couldn't see who that was returning it. One of the linemen brought it back for Huron. Probably held your breath there, Jose Garcia. Yeah, but hey, got it up the field. 1st and 10 Huron at about the 34-yard line. First and 10 Huron from their own 34. Offense got to get something going. There has not been much here in the second half. Just 2 first downs for Huron. 2 receivers left, 1 right on the 1st and 10. McNeil will flare it out to the right. Trying to get to Caudell. He's going to be hit behind the line. He's going to lose yardage on the play. Played well by Sturgis getting out there to make the play. Dawson Inoffer. And Caudell's going to lose yardage on the play. Only a loss of 1. It'll be 2nd and 11. But again, Huron just not able to get any flow on their offense here in the second half. Sturgis is kind of reversing that time of possession we saw in the first half. 2 receivers right, 1 right, 2 left. And Caudell following Reno again, but running out of real estate. He'll be forced out of bounds for little gain. Knocked out of there that time by Sundstrom, and just like that, Huron faced a 3rd and long again. As trying to see where they're going to give Caudell. He basically didn't get anything on the play. 3rd and 10 for Huron from the 34. And Huron's also on. There's been pressure on McNeil as well. Sturgis is starting to wear down the O-line a bit. We go trips left, 1 receiver right on 3rd and 10. Shotgun for McNeil. McNeil rolls it to the left. He's looking, going to throw to the far sideline, incomplete. Again, that was well covered. Moding was the intended target, but Sturgis had that one snuffed out, and another 3 and out with no yardage. And Huron's going to have to punt the ball. Now Huron's defense going to have to make a stop. Sturgis has been moving the ball. And we can ill afford another score. Certainly can't afford to see a touchdown by the Scoopers. And Colby Hofer to punt with Jost, the single man back deep to receive for the Scoopers. 8:04 to go in the game. Sturgis 10, Huron 7. Bubba Peterson is the long snapper. On target, Sturgis not rushing it. Nice high kick by Hofer. Fair catch, and Jost will catch it at about the 35-yard line, and that's where the Scoopers will take over. 7:57 to go in the game. Sturgis 10, Huron 7. But Sturgis really has been controlling the clock here in the second half. And Huron just hasn't been able to get any offense going when they have had their hands on the ball. 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line, but Sturgis can afford to be patient. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Two receivers right, one left, and shotgun for Hederman. Hederman brings a man in motion. They'll fake it the other way. Udigger bounces off one guy, but then gets caught. He keeps the legs churning. He'll get a couple of yards out of it after first contact. Chumley, Brian Ramirez was in on the stop for Huron. And Holden Haig helped out as well. Still on second effort, got a couple of yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8, Sturgis from the 38-yard line. Keep watching the clock. Inside of 7.5 minutes to go in the game. Sturgis quickly up to the line. We have trips left on 2nd and long. Here comes motion to the far side, and no flag. It looked like Huron might have been off middle screen, and wide open for DeShock. He'll go all the way into Huron territory at the 46. Boy, it looked like Huron almost jumped, but then they got that tight end screen to DeShock, and it was wide open. He had blockers ahead of him all the way down to the Huron 43. That's a gain of 19 and another first down for Sturgis, and quickly they're back in Huron territory. 1st and 10 at the Tiger 43-yard line, inside of 7 minutes to go. Again, our game has moved by quickly. We have slots left and right, double receivers on 1st and 10 from the 43. Keeper by Hederman up the middle. He's got the 40, he's got the 35, inside the 30, down the 28, and you can just see Huron starting to wear down. Mason Juergens on the stop, and he's the free safety, kind of the last line, and another first down for Sturgis. Sturgis with 6 first downs here in the second half. That goes down to the 28-yard line, a gain of 15 for Hederman. And Sturgis right now just kind of knocking Huron in the jaw. Going right after him, you got to stop him. 1st and 10 from the 28 for the Scoopers. 2 receivers left, 1 right. And Hederman keeps it again off the right side. He gets good yardage inside the 25, hiding it well. He took it away from Udigger and then went down the right hash and got some positive yardage again. Looked like Haig again was on the bottom of that pile. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5, and boy, Sturgis is happy with that. 5 yards, clock keeps running. 2nd and 5 from the Huron 23-yard line, as we're now inside of 6 minutes to go in the game. Sturgis 10, Huron 7. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Shotgun for Hederman. Hederman gets the snap, handoff up the middle, bouncing off, and a loss on the play. That was snuffed out. Connor Johnson was the first guy in there. Colby Hofer came to finish it. And a loss back to the 26-yard line. That'll set up 3rd and 8, so a loss of 3 on the play there for Udigger. 3rd and 8, big play here for the Tiger defense. 3rd and 8 from the 26-yard line. Got to find a pass rush, too. That's been absent here in the second half. Shotgun. Now we have some shifting there. The trips comes tight on the right side. Here comes motion, and Hederman to pass. Looking right, throws over the middle. Ball tipped in the air. And was it caught? Incomplete. Boy, that was dangerous. Huron had a shot at it. So did the Sturgis player. It was tipped in the air. Incomplete. That was probably a best-case scenario for Sturgis. It'll be 4th and 8, and well, they're changing personnel. They may try a longer field goal here. Jost coming off. It'll be about a 43, 44-yard field goal. Now, Hederman is the holder, too, so you do need to be aware of that. 4:43 to go in the game, and a 43-yard field goal attempt for Jost, and now a whistle and timeout Sturgis. 4:43 to go in the game. Sturgis 10, Huron 7. 4th down coming up after this 30-second break on Dakota Sports.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Dairy Queen's ice cream, of course. Get your favorite cool treats at Dairy Queen of Huron. Get a chocolate dipped cone, a dilly bar, hot fudge sundae, or their famous DQ Blizzard. And for parties, anniversaries, or any occasion, order a DQ cake or a DQ Blizzard cake. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week. Drive up, carry out, or dine in. Dairy Queen of Huron. Hot eats and cool treats.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV are your home for Huron Tiger sports.
4th down and 8, and now Sturgis is showing field goal yet. Be a 43-yard attempt, but again, I'm not 100% convinced because Hederman is the holder and Deshock is the right wing on the kick protection. Snap is there, and they will kick, and it's going to be well short, no good. And the Huron Tigers will get the ball 1st and 10 at the 20. So a break there for Huron. But now you got 80 yards to go and 4:38 to get there. 1st and 10 for the Huron Tigers. Well, I thought in high school it just came out to the 20. I don't think that's the rule, but we'll take it. We gained 6 yards. In high school, I'm sure a missed field goal just comes out to the 20, but they're giving it to us where the ball was snapped at the 26. 1st and 10 at the 26 for Huron. Got to get something in this drive. McNeil to pass. Steps up, going to throw deep, far sideline, and Moding is there. He has it. 20, 10, touchdown Huron. Heave it down the left sideline. The defensive back hesitated for Sturgis. Moding took off, and Huron 74-yard touchdown. And just like that, Huron on top 13-10 with the extra point coming. 74-yard touchdown pass. Wow. Huron up 13-10, and Kleinsasser on to kick the extra point. Again, just chuck it and let your good wide receiver get the ball. Huron's got a lot of guys going in and off the formation. Snap is there. Kleinsasser with the kick. It is good. Huron 14, Sturgis 10, 4:28 to go in the game. Timeout 30 seconds on Dakota Sports, Tiger 95.
Are eating? Are they growing like you expect? At Dakota Land Feeds, their experienced feed consultants can help you be sure your cattle are getting everything they need to perform and what will help you increase your bottom line. Let Dakota Land Feeds help formulate the right ration to fit the needs of your cattle, whether you have growing calves, feedlot cattle, yearlings, or beef cows. Dakota Land Feeds has feed consultants across the territory to help serve you. See your local Dakota Land Feeds dealer today.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJV.
4:28 to go in the game, and just like that, Huron has the lead back at 14-10. A 74-yard touchdown pass from Colt McNeil to Gavin Moding, and now Huron kicking off to Sturgis. Kleinsasser will kick. Got to have good coverage here. They're going to be a squib kick this time. Will bounce and picked up by Jost at the 5. He's going to the right. 15-20. Cuts back Mill. Ran into his own guy. Then runs into Bubba Peterson. And there's the tackle. Bubba Peterson with the stop and plenty of help from others. He got a fired up black and orange squad there. 1st and 10 for the Sturgis Scoopers. They'll have it, I believe, at about the 23-24 yard line. 4:20 to go. Sturgis has 2 timeouts remaining. Not quite early enough to worry about those timeouts. It'll be 1st and 10 Sturgis from the 23-yard line. So the Tiger offense makes the play. Can the Tiger defense now get the stop? 2 receivers left, 2 right. 1st and 10 from the 23. Hederman in the shotgun. Hederman straight drop. He wants to throw long. Nobody to throw to. Now he's flushed out, and he'll just throw it away on that right sideline. Good pressure there on the far side, trying to see who that was on the rush there for Huron. Still can't see who it was. No, it was Fitzer, Tyson Fitzer with the rush there. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. I could just see the 4. I couldn't see the first digit. 2nd and 10 from the 23 for Sturgis. 1 receiver right, 2 wide to the left. Hederman will hand it off up the middle. Jost, he has some room. He squirts through past the 35 up to the 39. And a first down for Sturgis. Gain of 16 on the play for Sully Jost. 7th first down here of the second half for Sturgis, and they have the ball up to the 39-yard line. Inside of 4 minutes to go in the game. Huron 14, Sturgis 10. Sturgis will come with 2 receivers to the left, 1 right and a wing right. And Hederman in the shotgun. Hederman hands it off. Nope, he's going to roll it out to the left. He's under a rush, going to throw short. There's Deshock wide open at the 45, and he'll be shoved out of bounds, but another first down. Huron had a rush going, and I think it was that middle screen again, but Huron kind of had it covered, but Deshock just stayed with the play and rolled out with his quarterback, and they get it up to the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 13 and another first down for Sturgis, and just like that, they're in Huron territory, 3:18 to go in the game. Slot left, 2 receivers right. On 1st and 10, Hederman looking to pass. Huron trying to rush over the middle. There's Deshock again, knocked away by C.J. Gainey. 2nd down and 10. Huron had the rush coming up the middle that time, and Hederman saw his trusty tight end there, but he was covered by Gainey. 2nd and 10 from the 48-yard line. Clock stops on the incomplete with 3:06 to go here in the ball game. Huron 14, Sturgis 10. Trips right, 1 receiver left. 2nd down and 10. Shotgun, Hederman, straight drop. They want to get that going again, and they go right up the middle to Yost. He's got it inside the 35 to the 30. He's got the sideline, and finally brought down at about the 16. There is a penalty marker, though, on the play. We'll check that out. That's a big gain for now for Yost inside the 20. That's a gain of 29. But I believe there is a penalty marker, or is there? Oh, yep, right there at about the 44-yard line. So right now, Sturgis thinks they have it at the 19, but there is a marker at the ineligible downfield on Sturgis. It'll come back. Just the 3rd penalty of the game against Sturgis, but it's a huge one. Now is a middle screen, and my guess is Jost wandered too far up the field. If he catches the ball behind the line of scrimmage, there is no ineligible downfield. But if he's ahead of the line of scrimmage, then the lineman can't be downfield. So a huge break for Huron. That'll erase a 29-yard play. And now the official, wouldn't this come back to the line of scrimmage at the 48 and marked off? I would think so. Boy, they're marking it off from the spot of the foul. Well, they moved the sticks, so that's the other problem here. So it is an eligible man downfield. 10 yards, so that's the 3rd penalty, I think, for 25 yards. Although, again, I did not write down the first penalty Sturgis had in the game, and that was a penalty that actually stunted their first drive of the game. So Sturgis, well, still first down, but now 1st and 10 back at the 46-yard line. And it should be 2nd down, I believe, and now we have all kinds of confusion on the field. It should be 2nd down, and I still don't think the sticks should move. The sticks should be at the 48. They moved the sticks back. Well, how can it be? Well, I am going to call my brother Gary tomorrow. This does not look right. It's going to be 2nd and 10, and now the Huron coaches are, well, this is just wrong. It's going to be 2nd and 10, and the ball back at the 46. Hederman will throw that bubble screen far side. Nope, in and out of his hands. In that classic case, I think Jaden Blair wanted to run before he caught the ball. It'll be 3rd and 10. So to go back on that, there was ineligible downfield. Sturgis snapped it from the 48. The ineligible downfield was the 44. They walked off a 10-yard penalty from the 44, and then moved the sticks back and made it 2nd down and 10. It should have been 2nd and 15 or something like that. 3rd and 10 for Sturgis. Trips right from the 46-yard line. Ederman going to roll it out to the right, look short, and he overthrows his man, and he was open. Incomplete, 4th down, and a huge play here. 2:47 to go in the game. Sturgis has to go for it. It'll be 4th and 10 from the 46-yard line. Tiger Stadium on their feet. Huron 14, Sturgis 10. Fourth and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Don't jump off first. We have 3 receivers right. Shotgun for Hederman on the 4th down. Hederman, straight drop, empty backfield. He's under pressure, gets by Peterson, rolls it to the right, looking, throws to the sideline and knocked away by Moding. And Huron will take over 1st and 10. Huron probably still needs to get a 1st down. Sturgis has 2 timeouts left and 2:38 to go, but Moding just knocked it down. Don't mess with it. 2:38 to go in the game. Huron ball leading 14-10. So again, Sturgis can stop the clock twice. And like I said, I think Huron pretty much has to get at least 1 first down here to salt it away. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. For the Huron Tigers, Caudell in the backfield with McNeil. 2 receivers left, 1 right. On 1st and 10, and Caudell trying to follow his blockers, trying to follow Reno, and there's nothing there. He's going to lose a yard on the play, and Sturgis going to burn that 2nd timeout. Loss of a yard on the play. It'll be loss of 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 12. We'll take a break of 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
Hi, I am Tyson Lean. As a college wrestler, I push my body to the limit every day. But after a few injuries, I started to feel like I wasn't performing at my best. That's when I turned to Carr Chiropractic and their team of experts. Through a combination of adjustments, rehab, and natural supplements, I was able to recover faster, reduce my pain, and improve my overall performance on the mat. Whether you're an athlete or just looking to improve your health, I highly recommend giving Carr Chiropractic a try.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
2:33 to go in the game. Here on a 2nd and 12 at the Sturgis 48-yard line. Tried to run Caudell following Reno, but there was just nothing there. And Sturgis, I think, is thinking run. And, well, it'd be a gamble for Huron to throw the ball because you don't want to stop the clock for Sturgis. Now, Huron takes a timeout as something wasn't right in the alignment. Huron has to burn a timeout. So no snap, timeout Huron. We'll take another break of 30 seconds, 30 on Dakota Sports.
The right home. This is Reg Kleinsasser with the Real Estate Connection. First, can you afford it? Beyond the purchase price, you need to consider utility costs, maintenance costs, and property taxes. All of these factors add to the actual cost of a new home. Does the home meet your needs? Buying a large house when your kids are heading off to college in a few years or paying for a view of the lake when you are hardly home probably doesn't make sense. At the Real Estate Connection, we are dedicated to helping you find a home that meets your needs without breaking your budget. We're ready to help you find the right home today. Give us a call, 352-1300, or visit our website, realestatehuron.com.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV are your home for Huron Tiger sports.
2nd and 12 for Huron. They go trips right, 1 receiver left. And Thackeray Hansen trying to turn the corner, and he puts the head down, and a flag going to come in on the play. Hansen gets a couple of yards on the play. He ran into one of those big linemen. I believe it was number 56, Werlinger, but a flag came in at the end of the play. If it's on Huron, Sturgis, mate. Yep, holding on Huron. Boy, interesting decision for Sturgis. You give Huron 2nd down over, or do you make it 3rd and 10? Yeah, it looks like they're going to decline it. So it'll be a gain of about 2 on the play for Thackeray Hansen. And it'll be 3rd and 10 for Huron. And now does Sturgis use their last timeout? Looks like they're going to let the clock roll right now. So a huge play here. Can Huron convert the first down? It's going to be actually 3rd and about 11 from the 47-yard line for the Tiger offense. Clock rolls as we're down to 2:10 to go in the game. Sturgis 1 timeout left. Now Huron a little confusion in the formation again. Trips right, 1 receiver left. They'll throw. McNeil going to throw down the far sideline, way overthrows Moding. Not sure where we're going with that one. Incomplete, and Colby Over is going to be asked to punt the ball away on 4th down. Boy, you look at the second half, outside of the long touchdown pass, Huron has not been able to get much offense going, but yet we lead 14-10, and we have 1:59 to get off the clock. This game was going fast, now it's going slow. 5 minutes after 9 o'clock, KIJV, AM, FM in Huron. And Colby Ofer, well, Sturgis, they're coming after the punt. They have nobody back to receive the kick. Bubba Peterson is the long snapper. And there's nobody back deep, but they really don't get there. A high kick. Going to go off to the left, bounce at the 20, go sideways, which is a break for Sturgis. They'll have the ball at their own 20-yard line. 1:53 to go in the game. And 1 timeout in their pocket. Can Huron's off defense get off the field one more time? 1st and 10 Sturgis from their own 20-yard line. Colby been getting good rolls on those punts, but this one unfortunately hit at the 20, then just went sideways. 1st and 10 Sturgis from the 20, 80 yards to go, 1:53 to get there. Down 14-10. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Hederman in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Hederman straight drop, drifts off to the left, plenty of time. Now he's going to tuck it. He fakes out Haig, 25-30, and finally, well, still on his feet, carries tacklers up to the 39-yard line. Peterson and Fitzer on the stop for Huron. But 19 yards on the play, on the scramble there for Fetterman, and a 1st and 10 for Sturgis up to the 39-yard line. Hederman will throw short, the pass complete, and is there going to be, ooh, that's close. Bubba Peterson had a little extra on that tackle there on the sideline. It was complete to Byron Holt. Ends up being a gain of 2 yards on the play, and well, he didn't get out of bounds either. 2nd down. And the clock rolling inside of 1:20. Hederman looks right, looks left, steps up, throws short. The pass complete up the middle, and then just falling down at the 38 is Holt, and he has another 1st down for Sturgis as they take it all the way down to the Huron 38-yard line. 18 yards on the pass play. Sturgis quickly in Huron territory. Hederman under pressure. Steps up. He can run it again. Comes sideways, and Haig gets him before he gets out of bounds. Holden Haig with the tackle. Clock continues to run. We're inside of a minute to go. Sturgis has that timeout in their pocket. Gain of 4 on the play, and Hederman will spike it on 2nd down. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for Sturgis from the 35-yard line. Boy, you never make it easy, do we? 3rd and 7 for Sturgis from the Huron 35-yard line. Again, got to get that rush. We had some decent pressure last time, but Hederman, well, he's a very skillful athlete. As I said, he's a hurdling champion. Big play here, 3rd and 7 from the 35 for the Scoopers. Hederman, straight drop, looking left, throws over the middle, the pass incomplete. He was trying to lead Udiger up the middle on the run and just led him a little too far, and here's the ball game. 4th and 7 from the 35-yard line for the Scoopers. Clock stops with 44 seconds to go in the game. 4th and 7, and Sturgis going to burn their final timeout here. They got to come up with the special play. 44 seconds to go here on up 4. Timeout 30 on Dakota Sports, Tiger 95.
Energy is the fully transparent, fully loaded, feel-good energy drink you've been waiting for. No sugar, no artificial colors, epic focus, complete performance. Pick up a can of Ghost Energy distributed by Elwine Brothers at Fair City Foods, Carlson's, Super X, Southside, Freedom, DJ's Travel Center, Lewis Drug, Thunderbird, and Corner Pantries in Huron. Elwine Brothers wishes the Huron Tigers best of luck. Go Tigers!
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
4th and 7, Sturgis from the Huron 35. They're out of timeouts now, but they need the first down to keep the game alive. 4th and 7 from the 35-yard line. Oakley Anderson's in at linebacker for Huron. 4th and 7 from the 35. Sturgis in the shotgun, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Hederman, the snap came early. Hederman's under pressure. He'll throw and overthrow it. The snap came before Hederman was ready. Fitzer was right in his face. Turnover on downs. Huron Tigers will get the ball back. And Sturgis cannot stop the clock. 40 seconds to go. One knee will do it, and Huron will escape with a victory over the Scoopers here tonight. Again, I think they look like the snap came early, and then Fitzer came in untouched, and Hederman just had to hurry the ball. He went on the right flat to Udiger, and Udiger looked like he was covered. And Huron just needs a good center snap, kneel on it, and the game's over. McNeil with the snap, goes on a knee, and that should do it, I believe. Well, the Huron Tigers didn't get a lot going on offense tonight, but they got enough going. We will ring the bell tonight at Tiger Stadium. Final score, Huron 14, Sturgis 10. I'm just hanging on to make sure that we don't have to have another snap. And there we go, and yep, we're not going to snap it again. Huron 14, Sturgis 10. Homecoming win for the Huron Tigers. Timeout 2 minutes. Gary Zell Autoglass postgame is next on Dakota Sports.
A heavy demand on your child's eyes and vision. Make sure your child has an annual back-to-school comprehensive eye exam. A child's physical development, academic, and athletic performance are all largely dependent on their vision. As children grow older, their eyes grow too. 80% of everything a child learns is through their visual pathways, so unnoticed visual problems can impact a child's capacity to learn. Don't put off your child's eye exam. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Kyle Porish today. The Nordby Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Nordby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. Group fitness classes are led by the Nordby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Nordby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
Ryan Sanger Restaurant and Ace Lounge is hiring cooks, bartenders, servers, hostesses, and dishwashers. It's a great opportunity. You could work full-time, part-time, make extra money, and big tips. Apply in person at Ryan Sanger Restaurant and Ace Lounge or online at hangerrestaurantandlounge.com. Join the team at Ryan Sanger Restaurant and Ace Lounge. Apply in person or at hangerrestaurantlounge.com.
Gary Zell Auto Glass is a proud supporter of Huron High School sports and the Tiger postgame show. Gary and Michael Zell offer mobile glass replacement of windshields, door glass, cars and trucks, even tractor cabs on site. Gary Zell Auto Glass does chip repairs, and they process all insurance paperwork. Call 352-0836 or toll free 1-888-852-0355. Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron.
The Huron Tiger post-game report on Tiger 95 is brought to you by Gary Zell Auto Glass. Here's the voice of the Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
Huron Tigers pull it out, a 74-yard touchdown pass. Colton McNeil to Gavin Moding with 4:28 left in the game. The winning score, Huron wins 14-10 over the Sturgis Scoopers. The students are all gathered at the south end of the field waiting for the players to come, and we'll ring the bell on homecoming. Let's do a Kurtz Heating and Cooling scoreboard update. Final T area 66, Douglas 8. Yankton and Pierre tied at 14 early fourth quarter. Midway through the fourth quarter, Washington 27, Watertown 26. Spearfish shut out Brookings tonight 31-0. And that's your 11 AA scores for this evening. Look at some of the area scores if I can find any of them. DeSmet defeated Wolsey Wessington 14-6 tonight. Avon leads Hitchcock-Tulare 26-12. That's at the end of the third quarter. Our game over on KOKK is went final. Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central defeated Miller Highmore Herald 41-0. That's your Kurtz Heating and Cooling scoreboard update. Tigers are still huddled on the south end of the field, and what they're actually doing is, here comes the sprint. We're sprinting to the bell, and we'll be ringing the bell here on homecoming as the Tigers win it 14-10. We'll visit with Coach Drew Strand coming up, talk about this one and more. We'll take a Big D's timeout of 2 minutes as we continue Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports. Two-minute timeout on Dakota Sports.
We provide the care you need for orthopedics, sports injuries, spinal issues, arthritic conditions, and work-related injuries. Our licensed staff will assess the problem, provide the rehab, and get you on the road to recovery. Wishing all area athletes a healthy and successful season. Hartman Physical Therapy, restoring health through thoughtful patient care.
Stop in for a free insurance review with Blaine Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Blaine Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized apparel such as t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets? PB Sports, of course. How about signs, logos, and vinyl graphics at top? PB Sports, of course, proud sponsor of the Tigers, PB Sports, downtown Huron. For a great meal, count on the Scoreboard on 3rd Street in downtown Huron. Check out their menu at their website, www.scoreboardhuron.com. The Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron.
Ensure that essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
And we are back at Tiger Stadium. Gary Zell Auto Glass post game continues. You can hear the bell in the background, hopefully, as the Huron Tigers, a homecoming win for a second straight year. Exciting game, 14-10. They defeat Sturgis as head coach Drew Strand joins us here. And, Coach, everybody had asked me this week, I said, this is tight. These teams are even. That came out to play. I thought it'd be a little higher scoring than 14-10, but as long as we had the 14, we're happy.
Yeah, I mean, our guys did a great job of just competing with whatever situations, they put us in or we put ourselves in. And, it was a good win for our kids out there and super excited to get it on homecoming and have the second one.
The first half, you're kind of kicking yourself a bit because I had us for 15 minutes, almost 16 minutes time of possession in the first half. We came out of it with 7 points. We had some drop passes. We had one long drive. We ended up punting. So, again, those are things we want to clean up. But the bottom line is those drives also kept Hederman from handling the ball for Sturgis.
Yep. I mean, if we can control the ball, that's better. And, that's what our offense is supposed to do. We just got to clean it up and get those, those penalties that we have that kind of kill our drives. Those things that stop us from moving. So if we can clean up those things, I think these guys, the sky's the limit for this team. Then this senior group has been great so far.
And kind of a tale of two halves. We controlled the ball in the first half. We couldn't get our defense off in the second half, but give the defense credit. They made plays when needed. We got a key penalty there, even though it wasn't administered correctly, but that's neither here nor there. But, Holden Haig had a great night defensively. So did C.J. Gainey, Colby Hofer. Cowdell is always going to be there. Logan Leyendecker had a big interception when we needed one, as well as did Cashton. So, the defense was asked to do a lot in the second half.
Yep. I mean, we praise on our defense. Our defense has done pretty well this season, containing that offense and keeping the score low enough for us to have a chance offensively, And I got to give hats off to our two middle linebackers. They fight the whole time, and they're battling through injuries, and they just keep grinding, and having Logan Leyendecker get that pick finally, it's nice for him to have some success, I'm just super proud of those guys and what they've done.
And you say that, the inside linebackers, and Holden Haig is our first National Bank player of the game. I had his, my tackles are suspect at best, but I had him 7 tackles, 5 assists. He just seemed to be around the ball.
Yep, I mean, those guys do a lot for us in the middle there. They got to contain and stop the run, especially when they're coming up. They do a fantastic job in there and plugging holes and filling up and making tackles and, just stopping that run game so they are forced to throw it against us. So, those two, they just keep grinding, they keep working. Holden Haig does a fantastic job, and I know he played a lot of offense tonight, and he's not going to take himself out of the game. He's going to keep going, and that's what we praise him on.
Now let's go to the winning score. They kicked the field goal to take the lead. And if I'm looking at my sheet right, I think I got that right. Then we have a lineman return the kick, if I remember correctly. But hey, he got a few yards on it. And then first play was that way you told Colton just chuck it and let Gavin take off, because that's what it sure looked like.
Yep. I mean, we were looking for the mismatch all night because we knew that they were fouling somebody. We just couldn't figure out right away which one they were fouling, if they were fouling CJ, or if they were fouling Gavin, or if he was just playing the single side. So, finally we found that, and we were like, hey, let's just take a shot and see if we can beat them one-on-one. And, heck of a job by our O-line for holding up there. I know that ball was flying in the air for about 45 yards before we came down with the catch. So, just all-around good team play right there, just to give us a shot and give us some momentum, and it worked out.
And then, the defense ended up having to make 2 stops there. And, boy, that Hederman is just scary because, really, they made more plays with their legs than they did with the pass at the end. But when plays were needed, that last play, one, I think it looked like the snap came at the incorrect time. And, boy, Tyson, right? Yeah, I don't want to say Teagan. Tyson Fitzer, he came in untouched, and boy, that Hederman just never had a chance to set up, and the pass never had a chance.
Yep, I mean, he's definitely a dual threat quarterback. He's got some legs on him, and he definitely extends the field all the way across. So it was good for our guys, good for Fitzer. I know he played a lot of D-line tonight, being a smaller guy, but, he did a fantastic job, and he was put in positions where he wasn't normally at tonight, and he succeeded at that and did a fantastic job.
So now as we look ahead, Aberdeen is next week. We go up there, and, Sturgis just played a 21-14 game with Aberdeen, and I know Coach Koleski said they had trouble getting the ball away from Aberdeen's offense, but you kind of look at, it's kind of a 3-way deal we're doing here now, and so Aberdeen, I assume, looks like kind of a similar matchup as Sturgis.
Yep, I mean, Aberdeen, we're going to have to come in really conditioned because I know Aberdeen only plays their guys on almost one side of the ball. They don't play a lot of guys 2 ways, so we're going to have our work cut out for us that way. Yep, and it's just going to be back to what we used to do with, scouting teams and that power counter ISO stuff. We're going to have to find a way to stop it because they're big up front. And, so, we're just going to, enjoy the night and just come in on Monday ready, focused up, and see if we can continue this ride.
I have to admit, we didn't spend a lot of time over at the Bell tonight. They're already done.
Yeah, I think those guys are just super excited about the bell. So, they ring it a couple times and move on. Hopefully we can get more guys ringing that bell and more guys out in the future.
Drew Strand, head coach of the Huron Tigers, will check the stats and wrap things up here from Tiger Stadium. We'll take a 2-minute timeout on Dakota Sports, Tiger 95.
Bettering yourself or pursuing a degree? Huron Community Campus offers in-person classes at just $40 per credit hour plus fees.
HCC offers courses through Northern State University, offering quality education at an exceptional value. To learn more, call Huron Community Campus at 605-353-8518. That's 605-353-8518.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
Your doctor says surgery. Who's got the time? There's packing, driving, parking fees, feeding your spouse. Oh, don't forget the dog. The procedure, recovery, the drive again, and getting back to normal. And what about rehab? Will insurance cover it? Don't leave home. Talk to your doctor about scheduling surgery close to home at HRMC or learn more online at HuronRegional.org. Huron Regional Medical Center. The right care is right here.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Dairy Queen's ice cream, of course. Get your favorite cool treats at Dairy Queen of Huron. Get a chocolate dipped cone, a dilly bar, hot fudge sundae, or their famous DQ Blizzard. And for parties, anniversaries, or any occasion, order a DQ cake or a DQ Blizzard cake. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week. Drive up, carry out, or dine in. Dairy Queen of Huron. Hot eats and cool treats.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
We continue our Gary Zell Auto Glass post game. Huron Tigers get a big touchdown late in the game and clip the Sturgis Scoopers 14-10 before a big homecoming crowd. Still a lot of people on the ground or on the field here. Why not? This is one to enjoy. Let's run down the scoring. Huron got on the board first. Their first possession of the game, just over 4 minutes. They went 52 yards. Cash and Caudell, a 7-yard run. Nick Kleinsasser had the extra point kick, and we were 7-0, just over 4 minutes in the game. But then Huron just stalled out on offense, had a few drives, but couldn't finish them. Sturgis got on the board early in the second quarter on an 8-yard touchdown pass from Aiden Hederman to Sully Jost, and that tied it at 7. Huron had a chance, had a good drive right at the end of the first half, but stalled it out on downs. Huron had a almost 2-1 time of possession advantage in the first half. Second half, that got turned around, not quite that much. I haven't added up the time of possession. In fact, I've hardly added up any of my stats here at all. I'll give you what I have, but Huron, well, let's go Huron. Or Sturgis, there we go. Sturgis, I'm still doing the scoring, Jeff. Sturgis scored on a 27-yard field goal by Sully Jost with 8:55 to go in the game. Then they missed a field goal in their next possession. Okay, I had that crossed up a bit. So Huron had it 1st and 10 at the 24-yard or 26-yard line. And on that play, it was a chuck down the left sideline. Gavin Moding got a couple of steps on his guys, caught it in stride, and sprinted to the end zone. Kleinsasser with the extra point kick. That made it 14-10. Sturgis got the ball back 2 more times. Second time, they did get the ball down to the 35-yard line, but lost it on downs. Their 4th down play looked like the snap came early, and Tyson Fitzer came in untouched, causing Hederman to rush the pass, and Huron picks up the win here tonight, 14-10. Trying to do some quick arithmetic here, as I haven't had anything added up on Sturgis here. Aiden Hederman had 8 carries in the game for about 56 yards, it looks like. Byron Holt, 2 carries for 10 yards. Owen Udiger carried the ball 7 times for 16 yards. And Sully Joe, seems like he had more yards than that. He's certainly an exciting player. He carried the ball 10 times for 39 yards or 38 yards. Throwing the ball, boy, I'm way off on the stats here for Ederman. He, in the second half, he completed, let's see, first 9. He completed 11 of 17, and I can't do the yardage in my head, but it looks like he was close to about 80 yards in the air in the second half. For the Huron Tigers, I do have that all added up. Huron, or just about all of it, added up, I should say. Somebody's using Twitter, by the way. Colt McNeil, 2 carries for minus 13. Cashin Caudell got shut down in the second half. He had 18 carries for 64 yards and was at 60 at halftime. Thackeray Hansen had 5 carries for 9 yards. Gavin Moding, 1 for 16. Throwing the ball, Colton McNeil went 13 of 26 for 186 yards and the big touchdown pass. First half, 9 of 17, 87 yards. Second half, 5 of 9 for 99. But again, 76 of that, or 74 of that 99 came on the scoring play. And that is the stats for the Huron Tigers. Defensively for Huron, Holden Hago again is our First National Bank player of the game. He had 12 tackles total, 7 tackles, 5 with the assist, 5 tackles, 1 assist for Colby Hofer, 5 tackles for C.J. Gainey, 5 tackles for Cashin Caudell. Caudell had an interception, as did Logan Leyendecker. Bubba Peterson, 4 tackles, 4 assists, and Connor Johnson, 4 tackles, 1 assist for the Huron Tiger defense. Let's do a final First National Bank player of the, or First National, let's stop. I'm just going too fast here. Let's do a scoreboard update. Kurtz Heating and Cooling in 11AA tonight. And you had that one game that, of course, we're watching. If I can get my scoreboard to flip. Pierre now leads Yankton 2014 midway through the fourth quarter. Watertown's up on Washington late in the game, 34-27, and it looks like Watertown just got the ball back. They're going to pull off the AAA win. Spearfish shut out Brookings 31-0. T-Area defeated Douglas 66-8. Let's take a look at some of the area scores that we have for tonight. DeSmet defeated Wolsey-Wessington 14-6. Avon, now it's tight. Avon leads Hitchcock-Tulare 32-28 with 2 minutes to go in the game, and it looks like the Patriots do have the ball. In Class 9A, Dubrook defeated Iroquois Lake Preston. The final there was 50-0. In our game over on KOKK tonight, Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central shut out Miller Highmore Herald 41-0, and that is our scoreboard update. Tomorrow, cross country, a lot of people in town for that. 22 teams was the last report, going to be running at Broadland Creek tomorrow morning. Tomorrow night, the Huron High School Hall of Fame induction starts at 5 o'clock, banquet and induction. And everybody's certainly welcome to come on that. Our next broadcast is Tuesday. We're on the road 3 times next week. Volleyball's at Aberdeen Tuesday. They're at Brookings on Thursday. Football's at Aberdeen on Friday. Huron Tigers now 2-2 on the season as they defeat Sturgis tonight 14-10. Big thank you to Amanda back at the studio. Just the second time I've had a chance to work with her, but hey, we're getting the hang of it here and going well, and just a good night to be a Huron Tiger. Huron 14, Sturgis 10. This has been a presentation of Dakota Sports, committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.